Hey, welcome in to End Zone Live here, powered by WagerTalk. We're going to be with you for the next, 3.5, 4 hours or so, going through all the early games with your usual cast of characters, perhaps a special guest or two. Right now, we got Jesse Schul and myself, Teddy Covers, in the audience, in the studio, I should say. We'll have many more before the show is done. Jesse, how are you today, my friend?
Well, I got no bottle of wine for you tonight, Teddy. No charcuterie board, just a cup of coffee, and I'm just happy to be here after struggling through a bit of an illness this week.
Oh, that's no fun. Of course, Jesse coming from what is Thailand the Far East? Is it just the East? Is it the Southeast? What do we call it?
I guess I don't know. I call it home, but I guess you call it the Far East.
Sure. I think the Far East is like Japan or China, in particular, maybe Korea. But Thailand, if it's not the Far East, it's close enough. Anyhow,
China is directly north. Like if I just started walking north, I would end up in China. So it's that east.
Fair enough. Jesse, of course, and you're on the wrong side of midnight right now, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. So we appreciate you being with us, even though you've been sick for a week and you're on the wrong side of midnight. That's dedication. Thank you, Jess. And of course, Carmine Bianco joining us today. Hey, Carm, how are you this morning?
Not bad. Terrible. Not bad. Terrible. Teddy is one of those nights we've all had them. I did not sleep at all. It's just migraines. Just a horrible night's sleep. And I'm like, okay, let me log in and at least see what Jesse's got on the charcuterie plate today, because I don't even have one.
There's no charcuterie plate. There's no wine. Jesse's been sick all week. Yeah, exactly. So
man. I've been nursing my wife for a month now, so she's finally feeling better, which is fantastic. And now I'm the one who's under the weather, but ready for some football. Teddy, there's some great games. You know me, I'm a Bills fan. So this Bills New England one is going to be what's squarely on TV for me. And hopefully Sean Higgs won't be here to ruin the scoring for us.
Sure. Let's run through the lines right now and talk about where the money's coming this morning. Obviously, this show, we're going to talk about football. We're going to talk about betting. We're going to talk about life. We're going to talk about whatever silly things we can find. Hopefully make you laugh a couple of times. Hopefully we won't make you cry a couple of times. And we can give you some pertinent betting information. And, of course, we're all about live betting today. So we'll talk about what live bets we're going to make. Right now, I'm just going to go down the Odds Logic live odds screen, talk about where the lines are and where they've moved this morning. Houston, Arizona. Now I'm seeing pretty much 10s across the board for the Texans. There are 10.5s out there. We've seen a fair bit of Texans money this week. The market's all of a sudden starting to really like Houston in a way they didn't a month or two ago. Total in that game, 42. We've seen a little bit of move to the under this morning. Las Vegas and Philly, mostly 12.5s out there. 13s at a couple of, I call them leading indicator books. 37 the total for the Raiders and Eagles. The Jacksonville Jaguars finally bet up to minus 14. Waiting all week for the 14s to pop. They popped, and now they pop back the other way. We've seen 13.5s back on the screen, the Odds Logic live odds screen. So it's a mix right now of 14 and 13.5 for the Jags over the Jets. Total 40.5 in that ball game. Cleveland, Chicago, I got the Bears 7.5, 38/38.5. Buffalo, New England, lots of Bills money this morning. This line was 1, maybe 1.5 last night. Now it's 2.5 just about everywhere. So Buffalo taking heavy money this morning, 49.5 the total. We've seen over money come despite the expected cold and bitter weather conditions in Foxborough this afternoon. Baltimore and Cincinnati, we've seen a little bit of Ravens money. The 2.5s are gone. Now it's 3s pretty much across the board. Total 51.5. KC and LAC. Now it's up to 6 for the for the Chiefs against the Chargers. 6 with juice even in a couple of books. Lots of under money in that ball game. 41.5. Washington and the G-Men. G-Men up to 2.5. I'm seeing 3 starting to pop for the Giants. That's not a number I expected to see for this ball game. Is 3 a strike price for either of you on the Commanders? Total in that game sitting 46/45.5. We've seen under money there as well. Anyone wants a Washington +3? That's the line around the key number that hasn't been there all week.
I gave out Washington on last week's show, so still have a little bit of a bitter taste in my mouth about that. But I guess teams coming off those kind of losses are often good bets. I'm just at this point in the season with everything going on with Washington, it's probably a stay away spot for me.
Teddy, someone asked in the chat, I think it might have been Jamie Gonzalez, and asks, talking about teasers and why not just one of the sides, why not tease the the Chiefs up to +3? The first thing that obviously comes to my mind is the Wong teasers, but is that something you can explain? Like crossing zero?
I can explain. Give me a second. You guys talk. I'm going to find a book. I'm going to flash it on the screen real quick because this is the best book that I have on teasers.
Yeah. So if you're unfamiliar with Wong teasers, they're the most popular ones there. It's obviously when you're teasing, you want to tease through the key numbers, tease through 7, tease through 3. If you're teasing from and I'm assuming judging by taking the Chiefs at plus points, you're teasing more than 7 points. You're probably teasing 10 points. You're losing actually losing value by teasing through a 0. It's never a good idea. Obviously, the 6-point teasers are what you want, and you want to tease through 7 and 3. But Teddy's back, and he's got a
I couldn't find the book. I thought it was right there on the shelf, and I think it's downstairs. So I apologize. But the book is by Stanford Wong. What's it called? Wong on I forget. He's written a handful of them, but the author is Stanford Wong, and it's a book on sports betting that's going to talk about the math of it. That's really strong in terms of understanding why we call them Wong teasers. The concept of a Wong teaser, which are the only teasers that are mathematically positive expectation, is you're getting the key numbers 3, 4, 6, and 7. So you're taking favorites of more than a touchdown and teasing them down below a field goal. And you're taking dogs of less than a field goal and teasing them up above a touchdown. You can do 10-point teasers, 3-team 10-point teasers, and kind of do the same thing and have a little bit more leeway. That's another option for people who are priced out of the 2-team 6-point teaser marketplace. A lot of places have juices -130, -135, -140 now or higher. So the 3-team 10-point teaser can take you out of that equation, can take you out of the higher juice, the higher VIG categories, but it's not a layup, even with the 10-point teaser. But what Carm was talking about, crossing 0, all right, that's one of the keys for positive expectation for teasers. When you cross 0, you're paying money for a dead number. There's been one tie this year in the NFL? The 40-40,
yeah.
And that was a heck of a game. Cowboys and Packers for that week 2, week 3. Yeah. But you don't see a lot of ties in the NFL. So when you're paying for that point to go from +1 or to -1 to pick them to +1, which is a 2-point move, you're paying for that, and you're not getting as much as you deserve. So the sharp guys that I know here in Vegas, they don't cross 0 when it comes to teasers. And it's mostly about getting the best of the key numbers. Appreciate the question, Jaime. Thanks for asking. Anyone else want to talk about this topic?
I'll continue. By the way, I'll continue to get rid of the people that spam our chat. And I'm not talking about viewers. I'm talking about these guys with their NFL.com channels or whatever and links to So I'll keep an eye on that, boys, from my end, and get rid of them so we can actually see the questions that matter the most in the show. Teddy, the money on the Bills, the love on the Bills. I got to ask you because, okay, I'm a Bills Mafia guy, but everyone just keeps referring to the fact that New England's had a cupcake schedule. I'm of the belief that, it could have been easy. You can only play the teams they actually put in front of you. And they fashioned a 10-game win streak. Do they deserve to be a dog at home?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
I think so. I think Buffalo's the better team. All right. Yeah. Despite the success the Patriots have had this season. And when you look at strength of schedule issues, I agree with you. You can only play the teams in front of you. So you can't penalize a team too much for having faced a week schedule.
Yeah.
That said, what we've seen all season is the Patriots gain betting momentum, getting power rated higher and higher and higher. And perhaps the betting markets are saying, maybe tap the brakes on that a little bit, maybe more than a little bit.
Going into the bye week on a 10-game win streak isn't ideal either, is it?
And we're seeing that with Denver also, with the 10-game winning streaks. And you don't see 10-game winning streaks in the NFL, all the time. It doesn't happen every day. So when you have that, when you talk about betting on teams after a bye week, you want that sense of urgency. And there's certainly a thought process for the Patriots that that sense of urgency might not be there. They're coming off, obviously, the Monday Night Football blowout win of the Giants and that bye last time out. Douglas Narici, 1157. Thanks. He's been doing 13-point teasers at minus 130. You guys ever do those? I usually stick to 2 or 3. I don't do a whole lot of 4s.
I'll tell you what. I think when I first saw them on Pinnacle, and this is going back.
Okay, stop.
Probably before.
Carm. We cannot mention any names of any global books.
Sorry.
We talk about global books. Let's talk about the global betting marketplace, the Shark Global Betting Marketplace. But as soon as we say a name of a book that's not legal, YouTube.
My mistake is because here in Ontario, they are. That's why. So north of the border, they are, but south of the border, they are. Okay. So, anyways, at a certain book, when they first came out, which was I think before I started at WagerTalk, I'm like, this is fantastic. How can I lose with these? And I don't think my win rate was more than 15% on them because you just. The obvious ones are the ones that just wouldn't hit. So I definitely stay away from those. I've stuck to like 6 and 6.5 point teasers.
Jess, you do anything with the teaser markets?
I used to years ago, limited success. Probably that's why I'm not doing it anymore. But yeah, I like to stick to props. If I'm going to veer from straight bets and totals, it's going to be to the prop market rather than the teasers.
Speaking of props, Jess, what do you think about James Cook today and his rushing yards against the?
Well, I guess we're close enough to game time right now. We can really admit it if we're all on the Bills here, can we not? Or I don't know about you guys, but I'm on the Bills.
Yeah.
I think the situation, the revenge angle, the fact that the Pats sort of beat them in fortunate circumstances in Buffalo earlier in the year, and then the weather, like who do you trust to score in a snow game? For me, I mean, not that New England, it is in New England, it is Foxborough. You expect them to be comfortable in the weather too, but I mean, Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills running game in the snow, I feel pretty safe with that.
805 Noodles says, my angle on the Bills Pats is that it's hard to beat a good division foe twice in one season. What's the math go on that? You guys know? Because my take is that it's much closer to 50-50 ATS than it is where even if you have a playoff team that lost the first meeting, it's no slam dunk that they win the rematch, is it?
Yeah,
I figure you're right, Teddy, and that's exactly why I didn't look it up because I didn't want it to. I didn't want to see it.
Your viewpoint.
I want to believe that this is the right spot.
And I don't know the math on it easier. I've always thought about the third game. If they're division rivals who end up meeting in the playoffs, and one team has won twice, it is so hard to win that third one.
They just took out all the 14s. For the Jags against they took the Jets plus 14. All the 14s got taken out right before kickoff. Let me see if there's anything that's happening right here else that stands out. Under money for Arizona Houston right before kickoff. And nothing but Giants money, man. Crazy Giants money. That's bouncing around 2.5, 3, 2.5, 3. That's a game the books do not want to land on 3. I'm even seeing 3.5 for the Ravens now. First 3.5 I've seen on that game against Cincinnati. So there's a little bit of late action for you. And we've got kickoffs. I wanted to talk about the comment in the chat from Lilikna saying cupcake schedule is relative too. The difference between the NFL 1 and 32 is different from college football or college basketball 1 to 32, for example. Yes, but also no. In college football and college hoops, the disparity, there's 50, 60 points difference between the top teams and the bottom teams. Enormous differences. So if you're facing a cupcake schedule and you haven't faced anyone, there's a bigger differential between the good teams and the bad teams. But it's not like in the NFL, you look at who the Giants have faced this year compared to who the Patriots have faced. Just go through team by week, week by week. Every week, the Giants' opponent is a power rated 3, 4, 5 points higher on average than New England's. Over the course of the season, that adds up.
All right. So I'm assuming the Bills won the toss and elected to kick first. So I that's a good sign. I'm not on the game other than in Circa, Teddy, and I took the Patriots in the Circa Millions. So maybe it's a sympathetic hedge. If the Patriots win, I get a win in Circa. If the Bills win, the Bills win, and I'm happy.
Let me get my TV set up.
Jess, you ever do that? The sympathetic hedge? If you have a favorite team?
I can't say that I haven't, but I don't like to admit it.
None of us do, but I just did. So there, I'm putting it out there.
But the big one for me today is the Ravens. The Ravens over the Bengals after that Joe Burrow presser. It's the same sort of setup as the Bills Pats. The Bengals won in spectacular fashion on Thanksgiving with that fumble in the end zone. How that game started off, you remember?
Yeah, the Commanders. The Texans are already on the board. It's 7-0 for the Houston Texans. 49 seconds into the game. So I'm assuming that was probably a kickoff return for a touchdown. That's the assumption, anyways. If anybody knows, drop it in the chat.
Find out. The screens are now set up so I can look at. I'm watching 6 games at once, so we can give you 6 of the 8 things that are happening. And the Texans, let's see what they did. 57-yard touchdown pass, Stroud to Nico Collins. Fairbairn extra point is good. 2 plays, 59 yards. So there you go.
It's good start for them.
Joe Madden, welcome. How are you today?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you guys this morning?
Hey, Joe.
Morning, Joe.
Morning.
Morning, Joe.
The key is morning. Thus, of course, on the left coast, I'm in Las Vegas. Joe in Canada, on the left side of Canada. So we're still morning here. Carm, you're on the wrong side of.
I'm always on the wrong side.
In afternoon action already, and Jesse's on the wrong side of midnight. Sean Higgs, welcome to the program. Thanks for coming, buddy.
What's up? I saw it was a little late this morning. I said, you know what? Let me pop in and say hello and ruin everybody's early touchdown stuff by being about a minute ahead of everybody.
I'm surprised you aren't reading off the halftime lines already.
Yeah, no, not yet. I figured let everybody settle in first, let them think they have a good line feed, and then I'll really give them to them.
Big completion by the, I think they might review it.
Patriots?
Looks like he trapped it against the ground, but he had control of it, so we'll see.
Simon Coolhands betting the anytime touchdowns. Dave Monaghy, Bam Knight, Kincaid, and AJ Brown. Anyone? Any you guys bet the anytime touchdowns? Are you anytime touchdown guys, or any of these guys stand out to you as something you would or would not?
I have a rule when it comes to anytime touchdowns. The total has to be significantly north of 50 for me to be interested in anytime touchdowns, because
I was going to say that the guy from the Bears, right? Monaghy, right? Is that who that is? Monaghy? Is that
Kyle Monaghy?
It's a little low. It was like 400 a couple weeks ago. It sounded like 2-1. I need a little. I took who the anytime tutty I took. I want to say Higgins from Houston. I took for anytime tutty 3-1.
Well, if you had a Nico Collins anytime touchdown, you've cashed already.
Yeah, but that, you know what, Teddy, I can't get into like a minus 112. There's just no fun in that. That's like even one. I did take his yardage over 77.5 yards, so I'm looking all right so far with that.
Patriots marching down the field, 1st and goal, New England. They've had no problems. The Buffalo, who looked like they were going to lose most of the week last week before Joe Burrow made a couple of ill-advised fourth quarter throws. Bills defense not looking good on this opening drive as well. Philly marching down the field against the Raiders. That was one I was a little bit tempted by. I thought the Eagles might be worthy of a bet today. I didn't lay it, but if there was double digits I was going to lay, it would have been Philadelphia.
Oh, see, and I took a chance on the Raiders, so I'm going to be sweating this one. I took the Raiders plus all the points I could get, and I'm just going to hold my nose. Same with the Chargers. Come on, you guys got to have some faith in the Chargers today.
Not to ruin it, but if you have Drake May first touchdown score, it is cashed.
Who scored for the Jaguars? Who's that? Cardinals fumbled their kickoff, so that's good news for Houston fans. They're on the 30-yard line, 22-yard line going in now.
And I don't have Jags Jets on. I got 6 games on, but not that one. It's a 4-yard touchdown pass, Trevor Lawrence to Brian Thomas. Little extra point good, 7-0. Jacksonville. And I was tempted by the Jags. I really was. You know, I don't lay 2 touchdowns in the NFL very often. And the fact that the Jets were embarrassed as much as they were last week, kind of, you know, Aaron Glenn saying it was my fault. Jags coming off a blowout. I didn't get there with Jacksonville, but
it's tough to lay 14 with that team, Teddy. That's a tough. You know, I like them in that like little circle of like +3 and +3.5 to -3, like in that little range. But anything more, I can't lay points with this team. I still don't trust Trevor Lawrence.
Cohen and Lawrence look to me like a good duo, and over the course of the last month or 6 weeks, Jacksonville started to answer some of those questions for me. I guess I put myself in the Jaguars believer category. Anyone else want to chime in on the Jags? Carm, Jess, Joe?
What's the Jaguars' strength of schedule look like? Measure up to a team like the Patriots?
Compared to New England, everyone has the weakest strength of schedule.
I'm with you, Teddy. I just have a hard time trusting the Jags. I trust Trevor Lawrence not to throw those INTs. It's just one of those teams that I find really hard to put my faith in. So I stayed off them.
I'm not saying there's a safety, but there could very well be a safety coming up here in this Browns game. It's a nice punt.
You know, Teddy, my point on the Jags is this. Just when I think they're back, I jump on them at the wrong time, and then they lose like 3 out of 4 games. And I think they started like 4-1, and then they lose to Seattle. They lose to the Rams, which I can get. They beat the Raiders by a point, barely got out of that one, and then they lose to the Texans, and then I'm off of.
But see, that Texans loss, you got to put an asterisk on that one because they're up 29-10 in the fourth quarter at Houston and let it get away. You know, and that was one of those games, and they've talked about that game ever since, saying, you know, and they've been a point-spread machine ever since. That game was kind of like the click for their season. So well, sometimes we forget looking back what that game actually was, but that was a 29-10 Jags fourth quarter lead and a pick 6 by Lawrence in the very final play of the game to make the score even more misleading than it was. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, man? You know what I mean, Vern?
I get it. Now let's see if the Eagles can actually punch one in. But Sean probably has the result already. It's 4th and 1.
I'll let you know. No, it's nothing's happened yet. They're on the 4-yard line. Nothing happened there yet.
So I'm looking at a strength of schedule metric right now. It has the Texans as having faced the toughest schedule. The Rams, the Eagles, the Giants, the Jags, all the top 5 toughest schedules. KC number 6. At the weakest, and note between the
KC and the end zone
1 through 6, there's a 1.5 worth of a difference per game. Between the Pats at 32 and the Jets at 31, there's 1.8 points worth of difference of how much weaker the Pats schedule than anyone. But it's all the teams from the AFC East as the weakest: New England, the Jets, the Dolphins as the very weakest strength of schedule so far this season. Nothing but touchdowns or 19 field goals.
Your Patty Mahomes' first TD score cashes in the KC game if you had Mahomes sort of scramble for 12 yards.
It's a quarterback TD kind of day.
What did you guys do with the KC Chargers game? Did you guys have faith in KC to cover the 5.5?
I took KC, yeah. I took him in Circa, and I think I have a play. I think I have a play up on. No, actually, I don't have a play. A WagerTalk on them. I just took him in the Circa one. So 4-1 week last week. I'm kind of hoping I need to string together a good 4 weeks, and I think I'll cash in the Circa contest.
Nice.
Good for you, Carm.
How about cash 7? NFL double-digit favorites in December since 2015. Home 39-33-3. Away 16-9-1. So the road favorites have been very good. That is a Ralph Michael trend from a little while back.
The Bills with a big completion, but they're going to review this. He was bobbling it, grabbed it just before he went out of bounds, and he got both feet in.
Don't worry about it. I'll spare you the eye strain. No catch, and Eagles are in.
Eagles are in for a TD.
That was live line right now. I'm seeing the Texans up 10-0. They are 17.5 live line. Total 49.5.
Lay
that ball game. The Jags up to 17.5. I'm seeing 18.5s even out there. 43.5. There's a 20.5 out there at DK for Jacksonville against the Jets. New England now favored. They're 2.5, 1.5/2.5. Total 53.5 for the Pats and the Patriots and Kansas City. I'm seeing 9.5s and 10.5s out there for the Chiefs. Total 44.5/45.5. Big move to the over after that first Kansas City touchdown. The Commanders still underdogs against the G-Men after their opening field goal. Washington up 3-0. They're still 2.5-point dogs. Total 44.5/45.5 in that ball game. Any interest in the games where we've seen scores? Oh, and Philly. Did I mention Philly? Philly 17.5 against Las Vegas. Now that they've put the
Teddy, I want to take the Raiders plus 17.5. What can I get for the Chargers as well?
Hang on, I got to document you. We got to actually make the bet.
So Raiders plus 17.5, and then Chargers as long as it's like plus 9.5.
17.5. That is Joe. Chargers. I got 9. I can give you 10.5 with the Chargers. There's plus 10.5 minus 105 at Fanatics.
What's the money line on that, Teddy?
10.5. Joe, and of course, look at the Odds Logic Live odds screen. Money line is Chargers plus. I got 357. I got 340. I got a 390 out there. Let's take that one.
390. A little bit of a sprinkle. It's worth a sprinkle, you guys. Come on, have faith in my bolts today. Except for Carm, I want you to win your circus. So sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to officially take the over 51.5. It is a homer play on the Bills. Patriots total. That one was 49.5. We already got a TD in, and it just doesn't look like the Bills, either team right now. Both offenses. It's only the first play. It's only the first drive for both teams. So I don't think I'm overreacting. I just think that we're going to see points in this game. So we've got a TD already. There's still 9 minutes plus minutes in the first quarter. Over 51.5 for me.
So one of my, I'm not going to mention names, but one of my friends who bets for a living here in Vegas, he was very adamant that we're not playing the totals quickly enough. He's like, the first drive, if no one's scoring, you pound unders. The first drive, they score a touchdown, you pound overs. You guys aren't doing that enough. So he was yelling at me. So that certainly speaks. And of course, this is a guy who makes 7 figures a year betting. so when he listens, I'm interested in what he has to say. I don't always agree with him. I don't always take his advice, but I certainly listen.
That's just tough to do, Jay. How many times do we see a team come out and score on the first drive and do nothing, and then it's 10-10 at halftime? You know, like.
Yeah, I seriously doubt the weather's not an issue in this one. The field looks good. Both teams are going to move the ball. Allen overthrew a guy. Brandon Cooks bobbled that one going out. At worst, this it should be 7-3 right now. It probably should be 7-all.
At worst.
So, yes.
Jennifer Yazanowski asks, any interest in Washington plus 2.5? We had Washington plus 3 before kickoff, and there wasn't that much interest then. Has that changed?
They're up 3-0 against
I know.
the Giants.
They're up 2-0. You're still getting basically the same line.
Yeah.
Jags are about to go up 14-0 in this one with that.
So, Jennifer, it doesn't sound like there's a lot of interest there for the command. The answer is not. Washington's not a team that people are excited about betting on right now. Just real quick, guys, I do want to thank you all for being here on End Zone Live. We appreciate the likes. We appreciate the comments. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the WagerTalk YouTube channel. We have more quality free content than anybody out there. Anybody. Every day. Dozens of videos, free pick videos. We've got, whether it's my NFL opening line report, whether it's WagerTalk Today, whether it's college basketball, whether it's NBA shows. We have a boatload of free content. Get instant alerts every time we go live. Just subscribe to the WagerTalk YouTube channel. I also want to let you know about the deal we have going today. If you're watching this show, you can get anyone and everyone on the panel, both WagerTalk and Picks and Parlay, NFL through the Super Bowl for just $189. That's every play, every day, rest of the regular season, the entirety of the playoffs, right through the Super Bowl. There's nothing more to buy. There's no bait and switch. We're not trying to bullshit you. We're trying to build relationships. $189. You have to use the coupon code Super Bowl 189 on the NFL season pass, and that's good for the next 24 hours. Again, both here at WagerTalk and at Picks and Parlay, NFL through the Super Bowl. For the next 24 hours, use coupon code Super Bowl 189 on the NFL season pass at checkout. Thank you for your consideration. Look at that. Kenny Pickett throwing first downs. Raiders are moving the football.
Kenny Pickett throwing. All right.
Teddy, what's that total doing in the Cleveland Bears game?
37.5. Interesting.
Sign me up for the under.
Actually, I can get you a 38.
Tutty Jaguars. Tutty Jags.
I can get you 38.
All right.
Let's get you under 38, Cleveland, Chicago. And again, I talk about the Odds Logic live odds screen. Why do I talk about it? Because I use it. All right. Get a free 7-day trial. Let's go to oddslogic.com/Teddy. Free 7-day trial for this. And it's cool to play around with. It really is. Try it. Cleve, Chicago, under. Who said that? That's Jesse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Jesse.
Given some of the scores, and I'm not going to say that I'm surprised by it, but given some of the scores in the last couple of years between the Ravens and the Bengals, the fact that there's 5 minutes left in the first quarter and it's still scoreless is maybe a little bit of a surprise. These teams have been putting up 55 plus in their games. I can't remember what the score of the earlier game was this season between these two.
It went over.
Sure,
on Thanksgiving night. It was, I think, 33-16 or something. Was that the?
Yeah, probably.
Something like that. I just remember that the Ravens were not very competitive in that contest. That being said, Jamar Chase just dropped a wide open pass for a first down. So
Trevor Lawrence just ran one in.
Way to fit that one in there, Teddy. By the way, Jamar Chase just dropped a.
I just saw it. I'm trying to watch you guys. I'm trying to watch 5 games or 6 games on the screens. It's there's a lot going on a Sunday.
Giants miss a 52-yarder.
Yeah.
Commies take over.
Giants missed a 52-yarder. Dan Quinn celebrated like he just won a Super Bowl. 28-3.
Big stop.
28-3.
Bears on the 27 going in.
They ain't going nowhere.
Any
4th and 1? Will Vrabel will he gamble 4th and 1 at his own 35-yard line? What do you think now? Punt the ball away.
At his own 35, up 7 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys,
I'm
Sam Knight
surprised.
just got carted off for the Cardinals. So you know
Who?
was
he's
that?
out of the. Bam Knight just got carted off for the Cardinals.
Somebody had Bam Knight to score an anytime touchdown, I think.
Yeah, he's out of there.
Sorry.
But
I see a couple guys injured here at Texas. And I see Marks is hurt. Simon's hurt. No charcuterie boards today, gentlemen?
Yeah, I wasn't feeling up to it, to be honest. The last Sunday, you know, I showed the pictures of that great big board. I didn't eat any of it. That board just stayed like that. I couldn't even finish one bottle of wine, and as soon as I jumped off the show, I was in bed.
I'm ready to go. I picked up a bag of chomps. I got nice grass-fed beef here, 0 sugar. And I'm going to dip it in a nice big 64-ounce Hellman's mayonnaise and try to
look at
knock
that.
off all this today. That'll be my.
I thought you were joking around about those mayonnaise and
that's a
What is
mayonnaise
that
laden
you doing in
meal.
mayonnaise?
That
What
was a
is
joke.
that,
I'm not going to eat
chops?
a jar of mayonnaise and beef jerky today.
Bears
Beef
winning
jerky and mayonnaise. Are you kidding? You're
Yeah,
kidding.
that's just to get a rise out of the chat. See what people.
Okay.
think.
Sean, how about Sean? How about I text you Lawrence's number? You call him and just give him an update on the games because nothing will piss him more than being on the ski slopes of Whistler, BC, and getting updates on his phone.
Just randomly. I'll have a private number. Just text him scores like.
Is that where he's at right now? Is he at Whistler?
Yeah, he's at his place. A couple of my my buddies are there with him. He'll be back next week. But last weekend I'm at a baptism. I think I'm going to hell for this, Teddy. I'm at a baptism, and I get to the baptism about 40 minutes early because it was downtown Toronto, so I had to make sure I got parking. I walk in, and there's a Portuguese mass going on. So like I don't understand any of it, but I sit in the back row, and I'm watching the Bills game on my phone in church. And, you know, people walking by and they would do like the once over look and see, is this guy really watching a game on his phone? But I think the fact that I showed up and sat in church should cut me some slack, right? Jess, you a church guy?
You did better than me. I haven't been to church since I was 5 years old.
I'm just surprised I didn't implode when I walked in there or whatever, combust. But I did bet the Saints, so that there's a positive.
So I got to ask you this. So Carm, is it in church for something that you're not supposed to be? I mean, I understand that. Like what? Why would you go to hell for that? Because you're watching a game in church, but if they're talking Portuguese and you're not even, and you're like 40 minutes early.
I'm there early, so I figured I'd find myself a good spot in one of the back pews, say a little prayer, and then log into my my TV app on my phone and watch the game. So I thought I did everything right. So who knows?
So you can tell if God wants to send you a hell or not, whether that bet won or lost or not. Did the Bills win or did they lose?
They won last week.
There you go. So you're safe, right? And I mean, that's why when Prez when Prez complains about a loss, I'm always like, it's because God hates you. You understand that, right? It's just not. There's nothing personal. It's just God. God hates you. So that's why you're losing.
One guy puts God likes watching Josh Allen too. So all right, AWV, I'm all for it, man.
God was not happy with me last weekend, let me tell you.
Oh God.
The Jets on the move.
Oh God.
Unintended. Yeah. Oh God. Look at that. The Raiders. Every time I look, Pickett's getting sacked, and yet every time I look, the Raiders have a first down. I don't get it.
I think gamblers and bettors are inherently religious. Like, how many times have you watched TV and just said like Christ or God,
Jesus,
like one time, or Jesus? No one's,
We're like, oh my God.
Yeah. Come on, Joe. You know you've done it. She's.
There is no way I'm saying that ever. Might drop a couple F-bombs. No, I'm with you guys.
Oh dear.
Jaime Gonzalez took some Raiders plus 20 live, locked in. Teddy covers glasses, says, ignore my username. I changed it when I was drunk watching the show. I need to wait 8 days get it back. It's okay. You can be my glasses. It's no problem. I appreciate the that's funny. And I would love the comments, guys. Thanks for contributing to the show. I try to put as many of these on air so you guys can all see what we're seeing.
That's not a bad name, Teddy. You can be flattered. He's called Teddy's Covers Glasses. It's great.
Yeah. Believe me, I've been called much worse.
I know, seriously. I'm waiting for Sean's mayo next week. That'll be fabulous.
Yes.
Sean's deviled eggs.
So I some deviled eggs are tasty.
The right deviled egg at the right time is edible. I'm not going to call, but like deviled eggs are only a big thing. I guess you're a pretty big mayo guy, being that you have literally a 64-ounce jar of helmet that you're dipping.
Down.
Nice plates of deviled eggs, love.
Yeah, I don't have deviled eggs are more of a holiday treat. Roll those out. Maybe the Super Bowl or Easter or Christmas, something. Like that's not a weekly meal.
Raiders go for it on 4th and 6. The Raiders fail on 4th and 6. Eagles football.
A couple months ago, I was buying like 3 dozen eggs and making deviled eggs and just strictly eating them 3 meals a day just because it's good for high protein weight loss on a carnivore diet.
Your poor wife. That's all I got to say. Bless her soul.
Well, you don't even know the half of it.
Touchdown Jets.
Touchdown Jets.
Look at that total. 51.5 now. Jets, Jaguars.
Wow. Well, 21 points in the first quarter. That's not bad. Oh, I didn't know the Bears are up 7-0.
Yeah. It was DeAndre Swift. Mariota fumble. I think Washington recovered, though.
No score in the Baltimore game. 1 minute left. Wow.
Yep. And there won't be a score unless they get a block punt or something.
Texans up 17-0. Now 23.5 on the Odds Logic live odds screen. Total, I'm seeing 53.5 out there, 52.5 out there. No, now it's way down. What's going on with this total? Don't know. Philly and Vegas, that total's sitting at 36.5 right now. And want some over, some under? Philly 17.5 point chalk. Silence.
That
Bueller.
That NFL deal is sorry, I just went off on a different tangent. I didn't hear what you said, but I was going to say the NFL deal is a good one considering there's, even if you grab it today, there's still a full afternoon, evening, and Monday night of NFL football, 3 more weeks, and then the NFL playoffs. So 189 is a great deal.
The under 53.5 Texans? Is that what you said there? I can get behind that. What are the Texans scoring 40 today? Are they really
that number's gone. Easy come, easy go. 51.5 now if you want it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
You want it?
No. I thought it was a little higher.
Drake May is running over the Bills.
So if you're going under 51.5 as opposed to 53.5, you're taking away 52 and 53 as win numbers for you and turning them into loss numbers for you. What are the chances that lands 52 or 53?
The chance is going to land at 50. I mean, my thing is the Texans scoring 40. Give me the under. I'll go under that. Give me the under 51. I'm jumping in on this. Hold on. What do I got on this?
Sean Higgs under 50.
Oh, a little trickery from Flea Flicker from
1.5.
the Patriots. They're down to the 18-yard line.
Yeah, Buffalo's in trouble.
Yeah.
Buffalo hasn't done anything yet this game. And New England's looked like the hungrier, better team.
The Buffalo defense is going to be their downfall. You think they should, with Lamar and Mahomes going to be out, Burrow going to be out, like they should, you think they make a run. This New England team, I don't know, could be for real. Could be for real. It is December 15th.
Bill Barnwell made a case last week for Drake May as the league MVP. What do you guys think of that?
He wins today. He's looking pretty smart, all right.
Really?
Do we have odds on that? Let me see if I can find odds on.
I mean, I'm on Buffalo in this game, but it wasn't a bet against New England play. It was more the situation and the spot. It wasn't that I thought New England was a fraud. It was just that I expected a better effort from the Buffalo Bills today.
What about the roll upside for the Pats? Are the Pats, is this the start of a new Pats dynasty? Is this team capable of winning a title or competing for a title this year?
I think they are. I think it's wide open. How can you say they're not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the thing is if Green Bay goes into Denver today as the small favorite and wins, the number 1 seed belongs to New England, right? So the road to the Super Bowl or the AFC Championship goes through New England for now. But Teddy, the odds minus 150 on Matthew Stafford, plus 130 Drake May, and then Jordan Love 12-1, Josh Allen 20-1, and Sam Darnold 80-1. Those are the top 5.
I'd say the hardest
at 80-1.
The toughest game for the Patriots, I think, is going to be at home versus the Texans, because the Texans have a defense.
Yeah, it's going to definitely be a brawl in that one. Be great.
Is that regular season? They still have a good game with Houston coming. I don't know what every team's doing with down the stretch.
The Patriots just scored. No, I'm saying for playoff down the road.
Drake
the last
again.
3 weeks for New England, they got at Baltimore, at the Jets, and Miami in Week 18. So it's not.
I took the Patriots plus 2.5 next week because I don't think Lamar is going to play next week. I think he's hurt, and I took the 2.5 thinking he's not even going to be in that game.
If he played this week, why wouldn't he play next week?
Because I don't think he's healthy, and I think he's maybe a shot away from just saying, you know what, where are we going with 5 wins? You know, I mean, like.
So if the Ravens win out, they're in the playoffs, right?
Are they?
Yep. But if they lose this week, they're pretty much screwed.
Yeah, in terms of like the scenarios, do you guys spend a lot of time worrying about playoff scenarios or this scenario or that scenario? Because I don't worry about that. Maybe week 17 when there's 2 weeks left.
I was trying to see if I could find a little something. The Niners to win the West were it was plus 1,400 or something. Like, let me look at this, because if the Rams lose today and then Thursday against Seattle, the Niners would have a tiebreaker over Seattle because they beat Seattle twice, and they, I think, win in division. But are the Rams going to lose both here and at Seattle on Thursday?
Teddy, there's a guy asking, he bet the Bills to beat the Rams in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The $20 stake, the cash out $650. I take that money and run. I'm not a big cash out fan, but I take that money and run.
I'm not. You like the Bills to win? I mean, they don't have a defense. I they got the worst defense out of the teams that could possibly have home field.
Whether they make the playoffs or not, the Bills, and this is assuming they lose today, they're not a very good road team. They just aren't. I think the last 3 years they're barely 500.
Lost at Atlanta, lost at Miami. I mean, you beat Carolina, which is a Jekyll and Hyde kind of squad. Take the $650. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Agree with that. So what do we think about these comments? Lamar played like he doesn't even care about football. The Ravens are no threat as long as Harbaugh is still coaching.
I don't think he doesn't care about football. I think he has not, since he was hurt and came back, he's nowhere near 100%. He's like 30%.
He's been on the injury report for 3 different things.
Yeah.
and each week he's missed at least one practice.
And he missed 3 games as it is, right? He missed 3 or 4 games? I mean, he is. No, you can't bet on this team. And I don't know if they're done with Harbaugh. I think that once you get a couple, an injury like that, your defense is bad, it just falls apart. You have a set of standards. You're thinking we could be a Super Bowl team, and your quarterback gets hurt. Hi, freaking Philip Rivers is quarterback in the team this weekend. That's all you need to know about the state of quarterbacks in the NFL. You lose a franchise quarterback, you're in trouble. 3 games.
How does he do, though, guys? How do you think he's going to do this afternoon? He's got passing prop of 150.5. Is he going to be able to do anything?
I give him credit though, because by coming back, his eligibility now to get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame is not till 2031 now. It gets delayed by 5 years. So he was a semifinalist this year, I think, to get in.
Well, so, I think it's what hurt. He's going to come back here and get mauled. I think it'll hurt him. No? Or they say, hey, at least, why come back versus the best defense in the league on the road? Yeah, what could go wrong in the rain?
This is what makes sports betting what it is. When we think there is no way something can happen, it happens, Sean.
Well, not only that line move is just crazy, in my opinion, as well.
Yeah.
It goes from 3.5 to 14. I mean, I'd rather get the 14 and have the Riley Leonard in the game, but I certainly want the points rather than lay the points in this game.
Yeah.
I'm a believer in Seattle's defense. So my thought there was Colts team total under.
Hurts takes a sack at the 4-yard line. What are you doing?
How do you think?
The Bears will score, I think.
Sets up his D against Philip Rivers, Teddy.
I'm sorry.
How do you think he sets up his Mike McDonald's defense? Is it just stop Jonathan Taylor and stop the rushing game and see if Philip Rivers can beat us through the air?
One would think that. But yeah. Over the last 2 weeks, Seattle's gotten everyone back healthy. They pitched a shutout, and then they gave up 3 field goals last week. That defense is playing at an elite level. Doesn't matter if you're trying to run or pass against them.
The defensive touchdown prop was like plus 250 today against the Chargers. Usually you could probably get like 4-1 on those. It's $2.
Yeah, exactly. It makes me want to take 2, right? Like 2 pick sixes. I'm a Chargers fan. I remember Rivers throwing those picks all the time. So he's going to be smack talking. We know that at least. But with that note, you guys, I have to run. I'm meeting family. My Australian family is in town for 2 more weekends, so I got to go meet with them.
Well, thanks for joining us, Joe.
Time.
Always
Thank
appreciate
you.
Have a good
bad
one.
news is we lose Joe. The good news is we get Rob Vina.
There you
Rob
go.
Vino's in the house. There he is.
Fun.
Arizona's about to punch in. Rob.
Hello, gentlemen. How are
I
we
got delivered out here the other day on Wednesday. Came 2-day delivery. Some Cat's Deli, little pastrami and
that's
beef,
so
and
nice.
some nice pickles, nice mustard. Came 2-day delivery. Not a bad deal.
Yeah, that's nice.
That has me wondering, who do you think weighs more, Sean Higgs or Philip Rivers?
Oh, I got Philip Rivers beat. Jaguars scored again, by the way.
He was looking pretty chubby in that press conference, though. I mean, somebody asked him how much he weighed, and he says, I don't know.
He's not 340, though. Come on.
So my buddies from Michigan were asking me about, who's the coach going to be? Who's going to be? And of course I said, well, it's John Harbaugh, obviously. We already had Jim. But Baltimore sure that John will take him in a New York minute. But obviously I was joking about that. But Daniel Depp says Harbaugh to Pittsburgh and Tomlin to Baltimore. Trade coaches.
Interception.
Doesn't matter who you are. Everyone hates their coach, dude. It's incredible.
Tutty commies. We got scores all over the place, Teddy. Interceptions for Burrow.
The Ravens picked him off, yeah.
That's good news. We need Burrow to rage quit like Antonio Brown style.
He's 18.5 live line, 54.5 the total. I got Philly 17.5, 36.5 against the Raiders. I got Jacksonville 21.5, 57.5 against the Jets. The Bears 17.5, 44.5 against Cleveland. The Patriots only 6.5, despite a 14-0 lead. 51.5 against Buffalo. Baltimore, Cincy totals out of 36.5. Ravens minus 2.5 with juice. There is a -3 out there as well. KC up 7-3 on the Chargers. The current live lines have the Chiefs minus 7.5, 41.5. And Washington up 10-0 on the Giants, the team that we didn't want. They're showing us we should have wanted them. 3.5 out there for the Commanders. Total 44.5 in that ball game. Any interest? Anything live for you guys? Any props we should be looking at live as well?
Well, the Commanders are up 10-0 in that game.
Correct. That's why they're laying 3.5 now.
3.5. Jeez.
Maybe some over dark passing yards here live. They're down now. You guys want to throw a little bit more? 10-0.
What kind of number you got?
I'm looking.
Let's have a look.
I'm looking. Hold on. I'm going to do the old refresh on my wager hub here.
Jackson Dart.
We got the live bets that we currently have in pocket. We got the Raiders, Joe Madden's plus 17.5. Joe Madden's got the Chargers plus 10.5. Joe Madden's got the Chargers money line at plus 390. Carmine's got New England Buffalo over 51.5. Cleveland Chicago under 37.5. That's Jesse Shule with that wager. Sean Higgs got Arizona Houston under 51.5. And we got Jackson Dart over. We taking that number? What number you got?
It's 208 I'm seeing right now, and he's got 25 passing yards thus far.
Yeah, I got 200 at minus 125. Let's go.
200 minus 125.
Don't criticize the juice I got to lay here, folks. I'm in the waters, not on land with these numbers.
Here's a good question. I want to ask you guys what you think. Benjamin Bergam, how do I stop spraying the board and become more selective better? Any takes?
It takes a long time to do that because you're always touchdown Cardinals. By the way, you have to. At least for me, like I'm a sprayer myself, so you need one money management. You got to be able to kind of rein your plays in. But are you that disciplined though? Like really? I mean, a lot of people can't just do 2 or 3 games, right? I mean, how many games you got between you in game? What do you have on a Sunday? The average quote unquote pro guy. What do you got going? 10, 20 bets, probably 30.
I got less than that. Yeah, I tend to be very selective on Sundays.
I'm super selective. I got 2 games today, which is not out of place for me, and I'm very selective in most sports at most times, and I just don't know what to say. How does somebody get there? I mean, I guess you got to hate losing.
Maybe you got to go broke.
The more selective you are,
3 or 4 times.
The higher percentage you're going to hit. I mean, you're not going to hit 65% for a season if you're betting 10 games a Sunday. You're just not going to. But you might do if you're betting 2 games a Sunday.
But how do you get there? Because I'm trying to remember my process, and I was never a pepper the board guy. Even when I was an amateur bettor, a recreational bettor, a beginning bettor, I might on a typical Sunday I probably played more than I probably have 5 or 6, 4, 5, 6, but I was never let's play every game guy, or let's play most of the game guys, or let's play the side, the total, the first half side, the first half total, and 6 props in this game guy. So I'm trying to think of my process there.
See, I got like 10 games today for NFL, but some weeks I could have 4. If I don't like the numbers, I don't like the numbers. Right? I mean, how do you dictate? What do you like more? I'm lower bet size, more volume. Because I have 200 NFL games bet this year. Side the totals. That's on. And I'm random. I'll come on the shows to do it, but I'm randomly in game. Like I bet it and just walk away. That's it. As far as I'm concerned, I'm 10-0 today, and I'll check back later. For the games. You know what I'm saying, Ted? I don't want to sit and line bet something I already have money on because I'm already biased towards what I like. I find you're going to just lose double or triple what your initial deposit or investment was on your game, no matter what the sport is. Forget anything. Right? You already bet the team once to start. You're going to keep. It's not going to change. You know, you were just wired that way. You're going to go against yourself, and then you're caught in the middle and lose both. That's a great way to go to bed on a Sunday.
Yeah. But when you start with a bunch of Polish middles.
I mean, like.
Yeah. Let's lay 5.5 and take 3.5 and do that on 7 games and see how we work out.
Those could be painful. Yes.
But in terms of the process, that's what I'm trying to get to. The process of eliminating games or taking leans and deciding if it's going to be a play or not. Any thoughts on that process, guys?
All I can say, Teddy, from my standpoint, all I can say is that I scratch off immediately stuff that I don't like. I'm looking for certain things. I start scratching stuff off, and then what I'm left with, I evaluate through that. So, and if you're not scratching anything off to begin with, then you're going to spray the board. I mean, and with the advent, it's kind of hard because, like Jesse said, he has 2 plays, end of story. But with the advent of in-game, it's hard to say you only have 2 plays. I mean, nobody walks through. You may not have a bet on a game, or you may have 2 bets on games, 13 games that aren't open, but one of those other 13, something may happen where you react to in a live situation. So nobody's got 2 to 3 unless they just don't live bet at all anymore. And
I don't go into it saying I want to have 2 games either. Is the other thing, and I could have just as easily had 4 or 5. But I think you're onto something with the scratching it off. Is you tight? I guess you can tighten your criteria of what makes it a play. Everybody has their criteria. You're looking for an advantageous matchup, a favorable injury report, and you start stacking all these things together. I have a long list of, endless criteria, and when many of them start to hit in my favor, that makes it a play. And the more of a perfectionist you become with that criteria, the more you can start scratching things off.
Patriots 160 total yards, Bills 34. New England gashing out first downs again.
They are. They look unstoppable right now, and they're getting pressure on Josh Allen. They're not giving him time. He's trying to run for his life. It doesn't look good for them right now. To say now that this is an important drive to stop them. To say this is a big drive stop for the Bills here, down 14-0 is an understatement. Even this early in the game, I think you go down 3 TDs in this game is effectively toast. They're just running over them. First downs. They're at the 35-yard line. But I'm selective. Usually 2 to 3 plays NFL and then some in-game betting just because you're going to get a better number, I think, in-game sometimes. Don't bet it just because it's there. This is something that I was thinking of that might help in terms of if you feel like you're betting too many games. I used to call it the post-mortem. After the week is done, you've had a chance to breathe, go back and grade yourself on every bet that you've made. Do a post-mortem on what you've done. If you do that over the course of a season, you'll start to see the mistakes that you're making week in, week out. And then you'll start eliminating those games and you'll start to tighten the number of plays that you have. But re-handicap. Think about your thought process before the games. Re-handicap after the games. Where's my thought process right? Where's my thought process wrong? And do that consistently, week in, week out. It helps you tighten your criteria. Like Jesse was talking about, how he's got a whole bunch of criteria that he looks at. And when the team starts checking off a bunch of boxes, now they're on his short list. And I agree very much with what Rob Vino said as well about the concept of throwing games out right off the bat. I do that pretty consistently across sports. I'll make what I call a short list off the opening numbers, and I might have half the games on there, but it's not going to have the other half of the games on there. And those are the games that you end up putting your time into and investigating,
Whereas, there's a good handful of games today that I wasn't playing Baltimore Cincy. It wouldn't matter if that line was 3.5 either way. I wasn't playing Baltimore Cincy. I didn't trust either team. You have those type of games where it's easy to just say, I pass.
Absolutely. No, I totally agree with that, Teddy. I mean, there's some where the numbers come out and it's just, if you can't make an instant or at least have an instant inclination on a side or a total, and it's probably because that number looks too close. There's not enough wiggle room to make a play on it. So you just scratch it. You don't try and force yourself into 3 hours of investigation to come up with a play that you think might get there. You got to be pretty sure of yourself when you make these plays. I mean, they don't always come home, always cash. But if you're playing games that you just think might get there, it's not enough. And maybe you start weeding those out, and you become a little more selective that way as well.
Yeah. Rob, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be a capper on a site. When you see a number, you see a line, you think you like this game, take the extra step and write down why you like this game. And if you have to dig for an hour to find numbers that support your cause,
right,
and it took you at least an hour, it's not the bet that you thought it was, I believe. If you're struggling to find analytics, if you're struggling to find, be it trends, or you're struggling to find matchups that make your play a good one, and it's not. It could end up winning, but it doesn't mean it was the right play.
I mean,
everyone is always sold on the, my team won, so that's all that matters. It was a good play. I'm not sold on that. Yeah.
Chiefs just picked off Herbert there, but like you said, like if we could find a game, right? If we gave us just one game, all of us one game, and say you got to bet this game, we can dig into it and find a Saturday total on one game. Like that's fine. You could do that for every game, but I mean, are you really going to do that? No, you have to, like Rob said, I'm the same way. Like I'm looking at things, I'm like, all right, that's right off the bat. I'm not interested in that game. I didn't even go back to it. I look at it, no thanks, I'll move on. And then you see the ones you like, you go from there.
One thing that might help is to stop using irrelevant ATS trends. And I don't know how you guys feel about such trends, but when you see stuff like home dogs on Monday Night Football, or X and X, or road favorites on Thursday Night Football, or such and such, to me, these are very meaningless trends. I mean, if the home dog is, a potential Super Bowl winner or a perennial bottom feeder, it makes a huge difference. I don't think that those most of the time, those really sexy looking trends that you see on Twitter don't actually mean a lot is in the grand scheme of things as far as handicapping the game.
Is this Patriots good or is this Bills bad?
Yeah. This is Bills bad. Trevon
I think
Henderson.
It's Patriots good.
Yeah, it's Patriots
probably a
good.
combo, guys.
Yeah.
21-0. Let me get rid of that spammer.
Live line there now. New England minus 14.5.
That's a scampering run.
That's a good example of a game, guys, where, I mean, we all talk to a zillion people a week. But that Buffalo New England game, at least anybody I talked to, it was a clear divide. And if you were playing Buffalo, you were basically playing situational stuff solely. And if people I talked to were playing New England, they're playing New England because they thought they were the better team, flat out. There was no middle ground with people I talked to. Nobody thought Buffalo was better than New England. Nobody thought New England was in a better situation than Buffalo. And that's kind of the way the line in the sand was drawn on that game. I think we're finding out situation is not helping Buffalo whatsoever.
But how is that a great situation for the Bills? And I didn't even play the game. I wanted to get behind New England, especially off a bye week. But exactly, New England off a bye week, Bills off a wild game versus Cincy. How is that a spot for the Bills? Where they needed interceptions to pull out a win.
Yeah, I think more in terms of focus and motivation, where they sit in the playoff standings, Sean, is 6. I think Buffalo was 6th in the AFC heading into today, and a loss isn't doing them any favors. Although what is doing them favors is Phillip Rivers' quarterbacking Indy, and they're a 5-loss team. But a loss for Buffalo, as harmful as could be, New England was 3-0 inside the division. They had already beaten them once. They probably had, in those people's eyes, they had more focus, more motivation. To our earlier point, it's a game I scratched off right away. Wanted no part of either one of those teams or that game.
Yeah.
Boy, was that Travion Henderson again?
Yeah, 52-yard scamper. Or was that a gallop? You go 52, that's a gallop. That's not a scamper.
Nah, that was a scamper.
You scamper from like 11. 11's like a scamper. You gotta cut in there.
Untouched to the end zone.
More than 4,400 of you watching us live. Boy, we appreciate it, guys. Thank you for taking your time on a Sunday to spend with us here on WagerTalk TV. We appreciate the comments. We appreciate the likes. We appreciate the follows very, very much. Check out the Odds Logic live odds screen. Get a free 7-day trial for that product. oddslogic.com/Teddy. And, of course, take advantage. Super Bowl 189 as the coupon code we're promoting today. For the next 24 hours, get every play in the NFL through the Super Bowl. For any handicapper here on this show, just use promo code Super Bowl 189 on the NFL season pass at checkout. Take advantage of that discount. Appreciate all of your support, and we'll answer as many questions as we can here in the chat. And look at this. This is a nice comment because it speaks to what we're trying to do with our content. AWB4 Wager Talk videos have helped me be more discerning in all seriousness. He also says, I have a big spreadsheet, figure out what markets I see well, and adjust bet size accordingly. And that, too, is another piece of the puzzle, bet size. And the ability to change or adjust your bet sizes based on what sport you're working on. What sport do you guys make your biggest bets in?
Me?
It's clearly football for me.
It varies for me.
European football for me. Probably the biggest betting. When the World Cup comes, it's going to be insane for me as far as I've already got like future bets in. And I'm going to be traveling the U.S. I'll be in Kansas City for some games. I'll be on the West Coast. If Italy somehow finds a way to qualify, I'm going to be here in Canada watching some games in Toronto, and I'm going to Mexico as well too. So I am traveling to watch the World Cup. I'm looking.
So you're watching all these games live, Carm. You got a big.
Yes.
And when is the World Cup again? That's next summer, right?
Yes, June 14th or 15th, somewhere around there, till July the 19th, or so. When only baseball is on, it is going to be on pretty much every channel in the U.S. If you're not a soccer fan, you might as well just get the MLB network, because that's where you're going to be watching baseball, unfortunately. These guys don't give up on spamming this NFL channel, but I got them. They're gone.
Yeah, but you know why? Because we got an audience.
Yes,
we
absolutely.
appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy day to hang out with us. Look at the nice words from Jeff Swayze. Thanks for doing this every Sunday. Must watch. We appreciate it, Jeff, and I agree. It is must watch. Must watch TV. If you like this, tell your friends about End Zone Live right here on WagerTalk TV, and subscribe to the WagerTalk YouTube channel.
See, Teddy, normally, you know what I mean, the total in the Bills game is at 52.5, and I got in at 51.5. I don't feel good about it because the Bills have not shown that they can score yet, and you can remove all the field goals from the Bills equation right now. They're not kicking field goals when they're down 3 TDs, so you lose that aspect of the total.
So you got over 51.5. You want some under 54.5? You can get off this?
Is it 54.5 right now?
No, it's gone.
I'm seeing 52.5.
This is with a little bit of juice.
When we talk about important drives, this is again, now the Bills are at the 31-yard line of New England. It's an important drive because they get the ball first to start the second half.
Yeah.
It's also an important drive because they're losing by 3 touchdowns and have done nothing but get their hands off this game. If they're going to play, if they're going to make a game,
you make a pretty good point there, Teddy. You make a pretty good point.
Geez, Teddy knows his. Teddy really knows his football.
I'm gonna have to ask Rob Vino to message me separately a team total that will get me out of this bet. Not in this game, but in another game later on, because I know Rob is the king of team totals, man. You are hitting at an unbelievable rate.
But here's the thing. If you don't like the over 51.5, you can get off it right now at 53.5 and have 2 points working for you in the middle. You want to do that, Carm, or do you want to hold your 51.5?
I'm going to hold my 51.5 like a true in-game degenerate and say that we have 3.5 minutes left. The Bills, third down. Hopefully they can convert something. And, the thing is that the Patriots are going to get the ball back. The Bills have shown no way of slowing them down in the first half. So you just might get another Patriots score. All right. Sean Higgs is
Philadelphia score. Unless Sean, tell me, did they score? Because I'm probably a play or two behind you. But they're down there, the Birds.
No, not they didn't score yet.
I got 3rd and 3 for Philadelphia. What do you got? 4th and 1? Sean?
1st and goal on it too.
I think I got 1st and goal at the 6 or something.
And it's the Bills are 1st and goal from the 7-yard line now. So
the Bills are on the 7.
Now, see, I'm seeing a 57 pop up on that game. These numbers, the total in that Buffalo New England game is jumping every 2 seconds.
Well, it's because they're on the 7-yard line.
Yeah, they just got a 1st and goal.
And it just went back
Patriots
down.
just called it. Patriots are smart. They just called a timeout. They had 3. It's 2:31 left. Preserve some time on that clock, figuring the Bills are going to score and try and get another TD.
We didn't talk about it. The Jets had scored a punt return touchdown. They took it off the board. But how about the Jets special teams there, putting points on the board every week, or getting them in at least range there to do something for the offense.
How about that Brady Cook, MIZZOU? Go Brady Cook.
Brady Cook, jeez.
So one of the things I love about teams with good special teams, Sean, is that when you have good special teams, it makes your statistical profile look worse, right? You're pinning teams deep. So that means they have more yards to gain every time they score, and they have longer fields to travel. Yeah. So when they move the football, they're the statistical profile for the team with the good special teams. Oh, look at all the yards they're giving up. Same story on offense. Oh, look at they only gained X number of yards because they've been on short fields, or their defense was on the field and they score a punt return touchdown. The defense is right back on the field. So it makes your statistical profile weaker, and it makes the betting marketplace devalue you, and that means that maybe there is value on those teams that have the good special teams performances, because it doesn't show up in the stats, make their stats look worse, not better.
No, you're right. It doesn't show them that they're cutting the field in half. So the offense looks terrible, but they only had to go 32 yards instead of 74 yards.
And you know what, guys? It's why looking at drive charts is so much more important than looking at the team stats part of the box score. And you got to see how these drives originated and how far they went, short fields. And it also, in those box scores, return yardage is kind of the overlooked statistic. Like, anybody who reads a box score doesn't really stop to focus on, they had this amount of return yardage. And the fumble and interception return yardage sometimes isn't even added in to help you with handicapping. So I like to look at drive charts a lot more than I like to look at final box scores.
The Mr. Mike 121 asks us, what percentage of WagerTalk clients actually bet the picks the way WagerTalk intended? I have no idea.
0.
None of my business.
Touchdown Eagles.
Yeah.
The truth of it is we give the information as best we can, and the clients do with it whatever they wish, and that's the truth of it. But I don't know.
I think there's a saying about leading a horse to water.
What is that saying, Jesse?
you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I mean, I'd like to think that they're taking the information and using it correctly, but I have noticed that a lot of people, like, and I'm sure you guys have noticed, that you have a lot of sales. You have 5% plays that cash, and then the next day you got more games, more big plays, and the people that cashed yesterday, where are they? What are they doing? Oh, they, maybe they
had in a 14 parlay. They went 3-1. They lost money.
That's exactly
They're after somebody else's 5%. That's what they're
or they went bust on Sunday. You know what I mean? Like
it's very possible.
So
I mean, come on, you guys had to get messages like, "Oh man, tough day." I say, tough. We went 7-3 in the NFL. Tough day. Yeah, man, loser. What are you talking about? Like I've gotten those messages. I mean, 7-3. How did you lose money? I had a parlay. I did this and that. They don't. The average person is parlaying every play you put out there. That's what they do. Come on, we know this.
They're not players. Sean, I do this on Puck Time. From the start of the season, I have like what's called like a pod play. One play every single day, but not every single day. When there's a game I like, James Cook in for a TD, passing TD. And the whole idea
anytime TD.
Yeah, anytime TD. Reception. But the point is that it's one play. It is to teach people that parlays, unless you're in it for pure entertainment, then go ahead. Blast away at these multi-leg parlays, and you're just going to continue to go broke because very, very few people will actually make money on them. I don't think anybody makes money on them unless you're one and done. You won and you lost. But the pod play, for the season, it's up like 22%. So we're just plugging away. Who scored?
Giants have scored. I was like, where the heck did this come from? So I thought they're just in their own territory. I didn't even know what happened there.
They had it third and 10 from the 12. So they found a way in.
Yeah, we need to run back that absolute parlay rant that Dave Koken had on poor Andrew McGinnis that day.
Oh, yes.
That was
yes.
Absolutely classic. Not a fan of parlays, Dave.
No, he wasn't. Definitely wasn't.
So there is a place for parlays. And that place is with a separate bankroll looking at long shot money line parlays. And I think there are times of the year, particularly that in college basketball, there is upset season. In the NBA over the holidays, you can find upset season. In April, you can find upset season. The first couple of weeks of the season when the teams don't know, the betting markets don't really know how good the teams are, there are times where you can hit underdog money line parlays. And that's where books are vulnerable. And that's you can hit 100 to 1, 200 to 1, 300 to 1 shots on 3, 4, 5 teamers. So there's a place for that. But as a percentage of bankroll, it's a tiny percentage of bankroll. It's not everything I'm betting is on the parlays. And that's, I've always been a straight bettor. I started out as a straight bettor, and it's behooved me over the years to be a straight bettor. But it's not like there's no place for parlays, but parlays is a tiny piece of the equation. Straight betting is the vast majority of the equation. Agreed?
Yes.
Disagree?
Agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think to your point about times of the year, Teddy, I think nowadays, more so the last few years, this early bowl season is a good time for money line underdog parlays. With all these opt-outs and whatnot, you find these dogs that can come through. So bowl season, I think, can qualify a little bit as one of those times where you can put a couple of underdog money lines together and find yourself cashing tickets.
Sure.
Any given Saturday, anytime, the majority of the college football season, any given Saturday, there's going to be these money line underdogs that are going to be pretty advantageous bets from time to time.
So yeah, all of a sudden the scoreboards are lighting up like a Christmas tree over here on the Odds Logic live on screen. The Bills in the end zone. We got the Giants in the end zone. We got the Jets to put a field goal on the board. Philly scored. Arizona, Houston now with 27 in the first half. That total up to 54 and a half. Guys, you doing anything in game? Any props you're looking at right now in game?
Well, Teddy, that total needs to be. I'll go on record here because I see 55s now in that Arizona-Houston game. That total needs to be bet under 55.
55 and a half. Rob,
Texans are on the 4-yard line going in here.
At 55, you're asking, even if they score here, asking for 3 more touchdowns plus a field goal. It's a lot.
Teddy, let me ask you this, because I'm watching this game and it's just Sean McDermott, like the clock management. Let's see this play first. Well, it's a first down, so it doesn't really matter now. But it was a 2-yard play on first down. He doesn't call a timeout. A 5-yard play on second down. It's 3rd and 3, and he's letting the clock tick down.
Yes, I agree 100% with Sean McDermott, and nothing makes me crazier than a coach that calls a timeout for the other team, and the other team gets a first down and then has time to go drive because when they have the ball, if they want to let the clock run out, let the freaking clock run out.
No, okay? But the Patriots do have 2 timeouts. They just used one now after completing a pretty big play, so they're pretty much put themselves into field goal position now on this one. But you have to give your defense a vote of confidence and say, listen, you guys can stop them on 3rd down. Let's get the ball back. Let's get another score.
No, there's 47 seconds left. You're giving them a chance to,
well, there was a minute 23.
If they want to use their timeouts, let them use their timeouts. If they want to run out the clock in the half, let them run out the clock in the half. All it does is it's a recipe for disaster for the team that doesn't have the ball to be calling. It's one thing if they're 3rd and 22 from their own 3-yard line. Okay, then maybe you call a timeout. Yeah. But from the 40, no way, dude. No way. Am I calling clock management? Should we get the ball back at the 10 with 15 seconds left? Or if things don't break right, then they get the first down, and like it has for the New England. And it's not like Buffalo stopped them. Have the Buffalo stopped them yet? Yeah. No, every time the Patriots had the ball, they marched the ball up and down the field. Why the frig would the Bills give them an extra? No,
Teddy, no. Teddy, have you considered the fact that you're arguing with someone who has the in-game over?
I don't know. I'm just arguing. I'm just on that. You guys don't got riled up enough, so I just got riled up on that.
I'm with Teddy. I mean, they got 32 seconds to go 40 yards. Why would you want to give them any more time? Like at least now they have to hurry. They can't run the ball anymore.
You're seeing the current clock. It was a minute 23 when I made that point.
I think the most significant thing you said there, Teddy, in that little analysis was it's situational to field position, right? You're not going to call timeout when they are close to scoring, but if they're backed up at their own 10, then maybe you want to call that timeout because you have an opportunity to get the ball back at the 40-yard line or midfield even. So, yeah, it's definitely a I don't know what McDermott did. I wasn't watching it, Carm, but probably wasn't good.
No, he's just watching the game.
The Bills. Yes, I have the Bills.
Watching the game.
He's just watching the game. He's got a free ticket to the game. He's got sideline seats.
Parlays are for March Madness opening weekend with Buds in Vegas at the Book. That is a fun weekend to be in Las Vegas. It's hard to get a seat at the Book for the first 4 days. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we found out last year, right, Teddy? We're sitting in some restaurant last year when I was out there with Brian Leonard and Ski.
Yeah, that was we got a bar, little TVs at the bar, but the sports book you're not.
So did Rob book that under 55? Because they did settle for a field goal at least.
I got under 55. Rob Vino, Houston, Arizona.
Teddy's quick on the trigger. It's not like telling Prez. And it happens. It might not happen.
TBM1-Q8W. One of my books trades into parlays by offering bonuses only based on parlays of 3 or more teams. There's a reason that they offer those. There's a reason that the books are trying to get you to bet those. Recognize that. When the book offers you something, they ain't offering it because they think you're going to win with it.
Yeah, no one's giving away free money. If they are, it's for a reason, because they know it's a negative EV bet for you to make. So they will. It is like going to the tables in a casino, and they flash that progressive in front of you to get one more dollar out of you, and light up that little red light before you play a hand of Texas Hold'em bonus or Pai Gow or what have you. Just putting that $1 more increases the theoretical hold from the casino on that table game, but people don't see it. They just figure it's just a buck.
Let me tell you, I just went to real fast story time here, see where you guys land on this. I thought it was very weak of the casino. I had my son, my youngest, down here this weekend with his wife and a bunch of his friends for his birthday weekend. They go to Delaware Park Casino on Friday night. They're playing very, very low minimum or low number blackjack. And my daughter-in-law plays a $15 hand, and she pushes on 17 with the dealer. The dealer pays her out. She plays 3-4 more hands, and then they leave the table, and they're walking through the casino, and security comes and pulls her aside and tells her that she didn't win that hand and that she owes him she owes the casino $15. I was like, Jesus, they're after people for $15, and it was probably
that's a bad luck.
Right? I mean, the dealer paid out. It's on them, isn't it? I mean,
so it's one thing if it's immediately following. All right. Hey, no, we shouldn't have paid you out. And the floor comes over and says, hey, sorry, we didn't pay you out. It's another thing if you played other hands, you made other decisions. Now you're walking away from the table, and the casino's coming to you. Oh, yeah, security's. Oh, by the way, you owe us $15. Fuck you, I owe you $15. You know? They'll blow me for $15. You know.
That's pretty.
Lo and behold, it looks like the Patriots ran out of time, Carmine.
Yeah, there's hope.
No, they called the timeout. They did call it. They did call it
5 seconds left.
Yeah,
we've got one game gone to half.
2 seconds back
Philly
on the
in Las
clock.
Vegas. Second half, Philly -4.5. That makes the adjusted game line Philly -21.5. Second half total 16.5. Makes the adjusted full game total 33.5. Anyone want to do anything at halftime with the Eagles and the Raiders? The Raiders.
Wow, that's tough.
Field goal is good, 24-7 at halftime. It looked like they ran out of time, but Sean McDermott called the timeout to make sure they kicked the field goal.
Well, when I say ran out of time, though, I mean they ran out of time to attempt to score a touchdown. So, you know, if you had a
second half number, Bills -5.5 for the second half, total 24.5. Makes the adjusted game line Buffalo +11.5 full game, and total 55.5 full game. Anyone interested in Bills Patriots second half?
Oh man.
Yes, I'm interested. That's my bet.
Are you? Yes.
Okay. Like the Bills?
Buffalo.
I knew it.
Yeah, I'm the sucker. +11.5 full game.
We can get a cabana at Stadium Swim on Thursday the 19th for the NCAA tournament. Who's in?
Are you coming down?
You gotta love that. I'll be there the 24th, but I don't think that's the opening weekend.
I was looking at a pool villa last night on the beach in Pattaya, 5-bedroom pool villa for $5,000 for 1 month.
Wow, because it's $5,000 for the baby cabana here from 8 to 11, so it's a good deal.
Yeah, I'll take my 5-bedroom pool villa for a month.
But you do get
Teddy. I'll jump in,
worth
Teddy,
of
real
food and
quick.
drink.
I'll jump in on Raiders Eagles over 16.5 second half.
Robino, LV, over 33.5 full game.
Is the girls come and order 4 bottles of champagne, so you're at the $5,000 limit by 9:45 a.m.
Teddy, here's one for you. I am taking, let me just get this in first here. I am taking Josh Allen over 182.5 passing yards, -114. He's
That certainly
currently at
correlates
35.
with Buffalo. Josh Allen. This is, what's her name? Carmine. Josh Allen over, what is it?
182.5.
182.5 passing yards.
Yeah.
Not rushing yards.
35
correct?
right now. No, just passing.
If Josh Allen runs for a 182, it's gonna be a hell of a second half. Do quarterbacks ever run? What's Lamar Jackson's highest number, or what the highest rushing total for a quarterback ever?
I think 180 yards has got to have been done.
In a game.
I can't believe. What's his name? Trevor Lawrence is just chucking the ball all over the field. I think ATN has like 10 yards rushing in this game.
The record for most rushing yards by a quarterback in a single game is held by Colin Kaepernick, 181 yards set in 2013. Justin Fields broke the regular season record with 178 yards and 222, surpassing Michael Vick's previous regular season mark of 173. So $181 is the all-time record. And that was Kaepernick against Green Bay in the playoffs.
He would have ran for 280 if everybody wasn't against him.
For $15. It's not like it's for 500. It's for 15.
Touchdown Ravens. Zay Flowers,
yeah.
28-yard reception. 14 incoming. 14-0 Ravens.
That's the 5%er, baby.
There you go, Jess.
Yes, sir. 4 for me.
Well,
I'm happy with 4, but congrats if your 5 hits. I'm cheering for your 5.
Was that Flowers touchdown?
We'll have to go.
Did Jacksonville get called for a penalty?
It is just
Just
some of the ones like Survivor. I still remember Survivor a couple of years ago. I've got Arizona. They're up like 20 points on the Giants at halftime, and my friend sending me a message, "Hey, congrats! You survived." And it's like the total mush job. They lose that game in the second half. They don't score a point. I think the Giants came back from 20 down, win that game.
Well, that 28-0 Falcons Patriots Super Bowl doesn't get any worse than that. And I'm actually, 28-3. I am. I'm pretty good at handling losing bets without losing my shit. That's the only time I can ever remember losing sleep over a bet. Like I was tossing and turning in my bed for 3 days after that.
Dude,
and I mean, I just don't do that. But it was just like that one was like.
It was fun. There's no way they could lose that game. I look at Kara. I'm like, they have to get 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions. And look, we're already in field goal range. All right, it's not going to happen. We won this game. Relax.
Yeah, I felt like somebody broke into my house and stole my wallet.
That game pissed me off. I'm still mad about that game.
That's the only one I've ever lost sleep over.
Well, that's horrible.
I break into your house. I'm going after your wine collection, and I grabbed some charcuterie from the fridge on my way out.
And Jess, I had all this. I had all these alternate lines. I had Atlanta minus 10.5, and Atlanta minus 14.5, and Atlanta I had all these big plus prices. I thought I was going to have a monster day. Really like one of those special days. Alas, was not the case.
Well, the only thing that might make you feel better is seeing what happened to Vegas Dave with that little dance he did in the elevator. That was something else.
I paid no attention to those guys.
Is that guy still around?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
He got indicted for something. He's in jail, I think.
Yeah.
He was in jail before he started doing this, wasn't he?
Probably
He
was convicted for scamming seniors out of their life savings or something. He did jail time before he decided he was a sports bettor. I think that's not don't sue me. I don't know, but I think
you might be thinking of the other guy because there's another guy that actually had that problem.
Sure, maybe it was the other guy. Oh, maybe it was the guy from the NBC show that they took instead of my show.
Yeah.
That's the guy I'm thinking of. Sorry, Vegas Dave. I wasn't. It's not you. Yeah, I'm sure you did something.
No, but
else.
he had something that just happened.
Yeah,
now
Steve.
with,
so you know that story. You know my story with Steve. We had a reality show. We were pitching NBC, and the guy looks me right in the eye, and he goes like the executive. He goes, no, we want the train wreck.
Yeah, I do remember
that. I'm like, look, I can give you a pile. That was when Izzy was young. We had the whole gambling, all the gambling family, and all this stuff. They're like, no, we want the train wreck. And it's like, no, that's not what the audience wants. That's why that show was one and done and didn't end with, whatever. It is what it is. We want the training.
Was that Money Talk? It was called Money Talk. I remember seeing that on CNBC back in 2000.
Yeah. There was between my show and that show got the green light.
I would watch your
their
show,
loss,
Teddy.
Teddy. It's their loss.
So be it. That's why you can catch me now on End Zone Live instead of
hanging with Steve Stevens.
Yeah, exactly. But he was a convicted felon. I'm like, yeah, let's give him airtime.
And it wasn't even his real name, right?
Of course, it wasn't his real name. No. Teddy Covers is not my real name. My real name is Sevransky. Okay, it's fine. It's a nickname, Ted Sevransky. It's okay. I'm not afraid to give it on air. Why is everyone so mad at the refs in KC Chargers? Or not everyone is, but the way this guy's like about it. No way. The KC refs are crooks. So somebody else. Everyone watching.
Jesse, was there a study on KC at home? Was there anything about that with the referees by Kansas City by Texas A&M?
Don't get Jesse going on the UTEP study again.
Oh boy.
I just dropped a video on the thing, Sean. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I was watching that. You said that to me on the X. I'm dying.
You should see some of the comments. Some of the comments, I don't know if they even watched the video or not.
Oh, my goodness, the people.
Carm gets upset at the butcher shop, not bad beats.
Yeah. Come on, man. I went and I tried to buy a beautiful loin of pork, of lamb chops at 3:30 in the afternoon. And you know what the lady says to me? She goes, the scale's clear, like in her Asian thing. She goes, no. Saw clean. I go, yeah, but this has a bone. She goes, yeah, you take home, you slice. I go, no, you have a saw. Yeah, but saw's clean. I go, it's 3:30. You guys close at 11. Like you clean the thing 7 hours before, and I can't buy that loin of things, so I had to go somewhere. I had to go somewhere else and buy them because she refused to.
Get big thick lamb chops or little baby lamb chop. I'm a baby lamb chop guy.
No, the French cut, nice French cut ones, right? So that loin is like $80. You know what I mean?
What do they come wrapped in a white surrender flag? How are the French ones?
Yeah, pretty much. I made a beautiful risotto with it as well too.
Yeah.
I love to cook, man.
Normandy Beach on the label.
David Delano, welcome to the show, sir. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Glad to be here. How you guys doing?
We're sweating. We all have a lot of us have Buffalo, so no one's happy in that regard. We've got a couple games just went to halftime. Chicago and Cleveland. Chicago up 14-0 at the break. They're -3 second half total. 17/17.5. So full game Bears -17, full game total 31/31.5, depending if you want overrun or anyone interested in Bears Browns second half.
Huge swing in the Giants just got picked off on a 20, ran it all the way back to their own 20. Look at that.
Anyone interested in Bears Browns second half? Yes, no. Crickets. No one's interested.
No, of course not. Even more interested in what's going on now. Come on.
Baltimore Cincinnati second half -2.5 with juice. Total 24. I'm seeing also a 25 out there, but 24 looks to be the prevailing number. They have it in the sharpest global books, and they have it here in Vegas at both Circa and Superbook. So 24, that makes the adjusted game total 38 for Ravens Bengals. Adjusted full game line is right now Baltimore -11.5. Any takers for Ravens Bengals second half?
I'll take a Bengal here second half. They'll score a couple here.
Higgs says Bengals. Cincy +11.5 full game.
Higgs, I think I speak for Jesse and myself when we say we hope you're wrong in the best way possible. We still love you.
I'm cool if they win by 10, Carm.
Okay.
I'm cool
I got
if they win.
I got a Bengals.
We'll
plus
send you.
12.
We'll send you a case of mayonnaise. We'll send you a case of mayonnaise.
Yeah, there you go.
You never have too much. Anyone have
Never.
thoughts? Titans CT, who's always great. Hi, Titans, man. We really appreciate your contribution to this show and others.
Yeah.
He wants to know any thoughts on the Packers game later. And the answer, at least my thoughts, would be Packers or pass. Then again, I'm looking to step in front of teams in the middle of 10-game winning streaks. That's why I'm on Buffalo today as well. But I do lean Green Bay.
That Packers game, though, they got some injury concerns at the running back position. Apparently, the backup showed up at the facility yesterday, vomiting all over the place. They sent him home and gave him antibiotics. Sounds like he can't play. And Jacobs also banged up. So, I mean, that could be a bit of an issue.
Jesse Shule, who is the best running back in the NFL? Just give me a name. Doesn't matter if it is or not. Saquon.
Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry.
Okay.
Derrick
If
Henry.
Derrick Henry is hurt and you now have the worst running back in the NFL taking over for him, what adjustment would you make to your power ratings? How much is that adjusted to the game? Best to the worst. The single worst, the worst backup running back in the NFL versus Derrick Henry. What's your power rating adjustment?
It's going to be minimal, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, half a point, a point.
Well, that's why I mentioned the backup too, though, because
we're going from all you can do is go from the best running back in the league to the worst, the very worst, the single worst of the 102 running backs in the NFL right now. This guy is dead last in every metric. So even if the backups are whatever scenario they have in Green Bay, if Josh Jacobs and the backup are both hurt, it's still not as great as Derrick Henry, the worst running back.
Like a third string wide receiver forced to play running back or something, right?
Sure. Okay. That guy.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
What's your powering difference? Is it a point?
Oh yeah, I think it's at least a point and a half, maybe even two, depending on.
Chargers.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's at Lambeau, it depends on the venue and the weather and everything else, right? How much do you think the running game needs to play into the game for them to have success? It also depends on the opponent. When is this team great? Are you playing the Houston Texans or are you playing the Cincinnati Bengals?
So the answer is, of
Huge.
course, with all these questions, it depends.
It depends, yeah.
Huge.
We're not talking about diapers. Rob Vino, you want to jump in?
I was just going to say
kickoff
the
for the
adjustment
Bills.
is different than the handicap. The adjustment is minimal. The handicap could be much more than minimal. And if you got no backs and you can't run, and you have the Denver pass rush with 55 sacks coming after Jordan Love, who's prone to mistakes. I mean, when you handicap it that way, but you power rate it a different way. So two different things.
Yeah, what he said. That's what I meant.
When Rob Vino talks, I listen. You know,
That's
Rob
what I was
Vino
trying
is
to.
the element
That's
of
what I was
wisdom.
trying to say the whole
Did
time.
I just clarify what you were trying to say?
I mean, I basically said the same thing. I just didn't come out like you did.
Yeah.
So,
Teddy,
any thoughts on the
huge,
game?
kickoff
Anyone get
return
involved in
for the
Green
Bills?
Bay, Denver? We have any thoughts on those? If you have it as a service play, it's one thing. But from opinion-wise, the Packers are on my short list this week. I did not pull the trigger on Green Bay, but I would only lean in their direction.
I was
Back
leaning.
to what we were
I
talking
didn't
about
vote for
earlier
Ron
about
either,
how
but I was leaning Denver.
do you scratch off games? Isn't that good enough to scratch off a game though? That when you get the starting running back banged up and these backups got the flu.
I could give a shit about running. I read no running. I can't think of a game ever that a running back has gotten me on or off a bet.
Really?
Dave Delano, you were trying to say something there, and I think you got talked over.
Oh no, I was just saying I'm actually leaning Denver in that game, but I didn't pull the trigger on it either. But I don't know, the Broncos. I'm kind of coming around to them. They're a team I've been doubting for a lot. I know with Bo Nix, I'm not big on Bo Nix, but they keep finding ways to win. And I haven't been overly impressed with the Packers on the road, so I like Denver in that game, but I didn't like it enough to pull the trigger on it.
I'll go quick. I scratched it, guys. My first lean was why is Denver the short dog, but I'm not a big fan of Denver's offense this year. So to me, it's a one-trick pony defense with especially against elite defenses. They're just not very good offensive. I scratched it. That was a nice kick return by Buffalo, by the way, wasn't it? To start the third.
There's hope.
Yeah.
You wonder with Denver, though, I mean, how many games can you trail at some point before it burns you? Especially
They're
playing
down at the 26 right now.
Run some second half numbers real quick. I got Houston, Arizona, second half. I'm seeing 5.5 for the Texans. I'm seeing 3.5 for the Texans. So that tells us this is not yet a mature marketplace. If you want Arizona, find a plus 5.5. If you want Houston, take a minus 3.5. Look around right now. Total second half 20.5. Texans up 23-7 at the break. What else are we looking at? Chargers and the Chiefs. Chiefs 2.5 second half. Total 20.5. That's not yet mature. Washington up 22-7 on the G-men. Second half Giants. I'm seeing anywhere from 4.5 to 6 on the Giants. And again, 4.5 to 6. It feels like a lot, but it's not. 22.5, 23 the prevailing total for that one. Any takers second half for any of this stuff?
I want to do some Texans 3.5. Let's go.
Houston. Texans 3.5. No, Texans. Okay, there we go. Texans 3.5. So that's just a game line of 19.5 for Houston.
On the other side, I'll take the Cardinals at 5.5.
Houston 19 and minus 19.5. That is Higgs. Dave Delano wants the Viking. I'm sorry, you want the Cardinals?
Yeah, I'll take the Cardinals. If I can get the 5.5, I'll take the Cardinals.
You can? I can. 16, that's 20 plus 21.5.
Yeah.
Touchdown herd. And the herd would be the Bills.
There you go.
There we go.
Quick.
Dawson Knox. Quick reply. 3.5 minutes.
We're on our way to over 51.5, Carl.
That's it. I sign out as soon as that's done. I'm out of here. No. like George Costanza always go out on a high note. That's it. That's me.
Live line Patriots. The Patriots Bills. I'm seeing 6.5s and 7.5s. 58.5 the prevailing total. So you got over 51.5. You got a good number right now.
Yeah, boy, there's a ton of key number middles in between 51.5 and 58.5. Wow.
There sure is. So Teddy, okay, so and this question for all you guys, because the going from a great running back to a shit running back, would the fact that a team has a dual threat quarterback negate that in a way, like a Josh Allen, a Lamar Jackson, a Patrick Mahomes, where you know that you still have a semblance of a running game because your quarterback can scramble?
I think so.
You know what?
I think it definitely would. And in a situation, and I know it's a big deal with, I want to interested to see how Phillip Rivers does today. And I know they're already a 13.5-point dog, but just imagine, like you mentioned, a mobile quarterback. If Jonathan Taylor was also out, how bad that could be, and you replace him with the worst running back. I think that'd be worth more than a couple points, So I definitely think having a mobile quarterback helps.
I'm just praying that Phillip Rivers makes it out of the game on 2 feet, man, that he does not get injured.
And how many carries?
Kudos to him, 44-year-old quarterback coming back. It's just,
I tell you what, Carl, I think
it seems like it could be a Disney movie in the making if he pulls it off.
Yeah.
I think the answer to your question is kind of dependent upon the head coach and OC. If they want to game plan it into, we don't have a running back, so let's game plan more, incorporate more quarterback run in. Some will, some won't. Some are afraid to get their QB hurt by giving them the ball too much, so it wouldn't happen. It's kind of an interesting dilemma, but I do think it depends on the game planning of your head coach and OC.
Second half right now, Jaguars minus 3.5, total 17.5 for the Jags and the Jets. Jags up 31-10 at the break. So the adjusted game line there is Jacksonville 24.5. Adjusted total there is 58.5 for Jets and Jaguars. Any interest in that one?
58.5 sounds awfully high. But it's already what it is.
Well, they're at 41 right now.
Yeah.
My Fit for Life tells us what's really going on right here. Sausage party.
Dun, 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 dun.
805 Noodles says, see you next time. Thanks for stopping in, 805. We appreciate you. We appreciate your comments. We appreciate all of you watching End Zone Live here on WagerTalk TV. We appreciate all the likes. We appreciate all the comments. And we appreciate all the follows. Just want to let you guys know about a couple of special offers you can take advantage of right now. First, free 7-day trial for the Odds Logic live odds stream. We talk about it all the time. I talk about it all the time because I use it all the time. It is a valuable tool. Free 7-day trial. Just go to oddslogic.com/Teddy and get your free 7-day trial for Odds Logic. We get live odds and the ability to know where and when to make your bet. It's very helpful. It is a useful tool. I encourage you to check it out. Again, oddslogic.com/Teddy. Secondly, if you want to get involved with any of our packages over the course of today and beyond, for the next 24 hours, you can use promo code Super Bowl 189. Again, Super Bowl 189. That's going to get you, for anyone here on the panel, Wager Talk, Picks and Parlay, you get NFL right through the Super Bowl. Every play, every day, the last 4 weeks of the regular season, late games today, all the playoffs, all the Super Bowl, all the props, all the sides, all the total, nothing more to buy. No nonsense. Promo code Super Bowl 189 on the NFL season pass to take advantage of that offer at wagertalk.com and at Picks and Parlays as well. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate all of your support. More than 4,700 of you are right now watching us live, and the number keeps going up week in, week out. The baseline gets higher, so we really appreciate all of your support. If you like this show, tell your friends about it. There's my promo. There's my hype. What are we doing at halftime here? Anyone taking the Giants -4.5 second half? Adjusted game line, Giants plus 10.5. They were laying 3 before kickoff.
Yeah. No, Teddy, I'm looking through my notes from this past week because I did not release the Giants, but I took the Giants -2.5 in circa, and I'm trying to figure out why I took them at -2.5.
You were drinking Jesse's wine.
I keep notes on every single game. I'm trying to figure out why I took them. Now I wouldn't be looking if they were up 21-3, but the fact that they're down, I'm trying to figure this out. So huge stop by the Bills defense, 4th down.
Yeah, they look fired up all of a sudden.
Matt Milano with the sack. It looks like. I think it was a sack.
Zach Taylor, yes or no?
What has he done to inspire a yes? Name one thing.
Yeah.
All I got there is no. I feel like of all the coaches that have been fired this year, the one that really should go is the Bengals head coach.
But he gets away with it every year because Joe Burrow gets hurt, and then they're like, "Oh, well, Burrow got hurt. It's not his fault."
From the day that Burrows stepped in as QB, they have never had an offensive line that could protect them, ever. You would think a quarterback like him, you would want to protect their offensive line. Now, this year they allowed fewer sacks than they did last year. I think last year, didn't they allow something like 55 sacks on the season? Or I think it was a huge amount. But you got to protect the guy.
And Tom Viola,
Tom, how you doing?
We love to see you. And I know he was, and it's ironic that we get to talk about last week at this time when we were talking about Phillip Rivers. We had no idea that Phillip Rivers was actually going to be signed to be in the news all week. And instead, we had a chat about whether Phillip Rivers was a Hall of Famer last week on this show. And then ironically, that ends up mattering.
Incredible foreshadowing from the writers.
Yeah.
Somebody asked that when I was on with Joe on Monday night, and I thought they were trolling when they mentioned Phillip Rivers was going to play. I think it's right when the news was breaking. I thought it was a troll comment.
What a time to be alive, man.
And for them to make a Disney movie about it, Phillip Rivers would have to win this game. They'd win all the rest of their games. You know, they go to the playoffs. They'd have to win and make it to the Super Bowl. Then you can get 11, but that would be like a Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, there's the one about the pitcher from Tampa Bay. Remember what was his name?
Really, he's got a couple
can't
kids
remember
who
who-
are like really good. High
Oh, the
school
Dennis Quaid movie you're talking about?
Yes, the Dennis Quaid movie.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, The Rookie is the name of the movie. That's a
Rookie.
chick flick disguised as a sport film.
Yeah.
But it's all right to watch. Touchdown Eagles.
It's a second.
It's like Jerry Maguire. It's a
double
chick
pass
flick
to
disguised
Goddard.
as a sports movie. You know.
All sports movies are chick flicks. Like they're just chick flicks for dudes. It's the same.
The Longest Yard is not a chick flick, dude.
It's the same thing. It's just chick flicks for dudes. That's sports movies.
Let It Ride.
We have 7 guys in this panel and over 5,000 people watching. I want to hear your comments because I argue all the time about this. Die Hard. I say it's a Christmas movie.
Oh, somewhere on this Twitter, I saw that today on Twitter, bro. Someone, how's it not a Christmas movie? The guys that go could take place anytime. He's visiting California. The dude's going to a Christmas party to see his kids at Christmas. What do you mean? It's specifically a Christmas movie. Nobody's going to Nakatomi Plaza for Flag Day.
Exactly.
It's not happening. It's a Christmas party. Christmas time in House Queens is the first song you hear. What are we talking about? Lethal Weapon.
2760.
Lethal Weapon, a Christmas
asking
movie.
about the Saints. We'll come back to whether they're Die Hard Christmas movie or not. Anyone got to take on the Saints Panthers late game?
Over. Thank me in the morning.
I am on the Panthers. I know that there are a lot of people against me, but my thought process is similar to what I thought with Atlanta winning. I thought Atlanta winning on Thursday night was more of they're going to play the spoiler role, and Tampa just doesn't look good right now, 0-5 against the spread. With Tampa losing, this is a huge game for Cincinnati. Now, I don't want to say it's a must-win because I usually bet against must-win teams, but this
Carolina,
puts them in a great position. Yeah, Carolina. This puts them in a great position to win the division. Carolina, even though they have to play Tampa Bay twice before the season's over. They have one tough
that line
game.
is interesting because it was 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, a handful of books at 3. Yesterday, moved to 3 across the board for about, 5 minutes. And then someone said, nuh-uh, I'm taking all the plus 3s out. And now it's back to 2.5, 2.5, 2.5 everywhere. So it got to 3, and now it's back to 2.5. And there's not a 3 to be found on the Oddslogic live odds screen. So there's clearly some sharp support for New Orleans at the plus 3 price.
New Orleans has looked damn good lately, to be honest.
They're still a 1-5 team at home, but I get it. And they did beat the Panthers 17-7 on the heels of 2 huge plays, passing plays. I think it was like a 65-yard play and a 30-yard passing play, both TDs, when the score was, I think, 7-3 at the time for Carolina. So
Carolina scored in the first drive and then never scored again.
Yeah.
In that game. They finished the game with under 200 yards of total offense.
It was a terrible game for Bryce Young. It was he had a miserable. His QB rating in that game wasn't that great. If you go back and look at the numbers, he had a bad one. So you're putting stock on, can he do it on the road?
Chris Warren played Young over on 197 passing and over 1.5 passing touchdowns plus 125. Good luck with those bets.
All right, go Chris.
Thanks,
Chris.
I go back to what
I'm against.
I go back to what Jesse was talking about a little bit ago, and just when you were talking about relevant trends or whatever, when we were talking about that, maybe 2 out of every 100 bets I make are due to technical trends. I just don't play them. Most of them seem irrelevant to me now in modern day. But I have to admit, I played this game over, New Orleans and Carolina over, and I got on the good side of the key 41 because I see now it's 41.5. But technical trends kind of pushed me over the edge here. Carolina's got some strong numbers. We talk about coaches after bye weeks and if they're good or if they're bad after buys. Carolina's 10-1 over the total, last 11 off of a bye week, and 4-0 their last 4 against divisional opponents. So that started me on the path. And then, looking at the way New Orleans has been playing with Shook a little bit lately, Kellen Moore's running the fastest tempo offense in the league right now.
Yep.
Kind of crazy. So hopefully we get enough possessions there to get over 40.5. But I'm glad as I look now that I'm on the right side of that key of 41.
41.5, the prevailing number. And again, we talk about global books and sharp global books, which I yelled at Carm to open the show about. The sharpest global book out there is the only 42 that I'm seeing. So they have the highest total. Carm going into monk mode.
The Bills are on the move for you guys.
Tyrone Tracy, 2 TDs.
We got a touchdown for the
No one's eating
Giants.
enough. Higgs, you got to eat something.
I thought we were going to watch hot dogs dipped in mayonnaise today. That's what I thought we were going to watch.
The Ravens in the red zone again.
Who's that? Derrick Henry, who's worth at least a point.
He's worth a point and a half too. Well, you asked me who the best is. I said Derrick Henry.
Oh, look! I looked over to the Eagles Raider screen, and guess what? Kenny Pickett's getting sacked again. Every time I turn to that game, it's Kenny Pickett getting sacked. Philly's pass. So Philly, are they going back to the Super Bowl? Yes, no. Anyone? Yeah,
no,
just
the Raiders
yes or no.
are bad. The Raiders are very, very bad.
I'm asking: is Philly going back to the Super Bowl? It's a yes, no question.
No. It's got
I
for
think
me.
they
It would
can.
be no, Teddy, because I bet Seattle to win the NFC. So I'll say no.
Oh, okay. So it's an opinion based on what you would like to see happen.
Well, if he bet the
Well,
Seahawks.
I made the
Yeah.
bet because that's what I think is going to happen. Yeah,
I get it.
I'm big on Seattle.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean,
Rob,
And
I
I'll
think
tell you the
there's
truth,
I think
Carm,
there's a lot of
I'm not
value.
big on
Well,
future
maybe not a lot of
bets.
value, but
Yeah.
I like Seattle as a longer shot team because they have the pieces. You're basically just saying, can Sam Darnold put it together for the playoffs? Saying yes to that doesn't seem outrageous to me at all. Like of the teams you can currently realistically bet with the Super Bowl shot, I like their price the best.
So
As long as he's
I was
not home
watching Last Call today, and Gianni had something very interesting which he said, and because he was talking about this Bills New England game and the fact that the Bills are favored, and he said the Bills on a neutral field in the AFC would be favored over every single team in the AFC, and in the NFC, only the LA Rams and Seattle Seahawks would they be dogs to on a neutral field. Every other team in the NFL they would be favored over.
can't say he's wrong.
I'm a huge Bills fan, but I'm not entirely sure.
He's
about
right.
that.
Look, my numbers have the Rams and the Seahawks 1 and 2, and then Buffalo, Detroit, Green Bay, Philadelphia, right there. You know, as basically as number 3.
And that's why you guys are who you are.
I mean, I see
I
a
mean that in a
flawed
good
team,
way.
Carmine, but as far as what would the line be, I mean, the bookmakers seem to have a ton of respect for them. The public still seems to have a ton of respect for them, despite their glaring flaws this season.
Yes. Let's hope that they can punch it in here from the 2.5-yard line.
And you know what? They don't have that same respect for Seattle, just for what Tom said before. I mean, the only argument against Seattle I ever hear is, oh, well, Sam Darnold's their quarterback. That's the only thing I ever hear against him. McDonald's built such a great – if I were to compare the job that Mike McDonald has done in 3 years to what Sean Payton has done in 3 years, to me, it's not even close. McDonald's done way more. Sean Payton's offense is no better 3 years later than it was when he took the job. So McDonald, I don't know. Darnold, I guess you could use that argument. I just tend to think that they can get past or overcome that at some point in time. We'll see.
At the prices being offered, I'm much more comfortable taking a shot on saying that, yes, Darnold can get it done than just writing it off as, oh, he's not good enough.
And I was late to the party, Tom. I don't bet these things because I'm always afraid I'm going to bet it and somebody key is going to get injured. But I took the shot last week. Seattle was plus 450 was the best I could get. Now, a month ago, I probably could have gotten, I don't know, 850. But at this point in time, to me, everybody seems to be on the Rams or the Packers in that particular conference. I think Seattle could beat either one of them.
Yeah. Oh, Chris, that's a nice ticket to have. I don't know if it's going to get there, but it's a nice one. I'm still just mad at myself for chickening out preseason. Remember when we had the Matt Stafford back injury storyline?
Yeah.
I was all ready to get some Rams futures, and then that happened, and I was like, maybe I'll wait, and I missed it.
Geez, I think I was on a
Rams
with
not to
somebody
make the
telling them
playoffs on
about the back injury. I hope that wasn't me telling you.
So Teddy, the just going to the Bills game for a second. They're going to review the third play. It looked like James Cook. He was spotted at the half-yard line, but his knee and elbow were not down. So I think he broke the
Touchdown.
line of scrimmage
It's a touchdown.
or the goal line. So I think it's a TD. But Sean Higgs will tell us because he's already back from commercial break.
He's
And they're
got the
kicking the
final
extra
cut.
point, right, Sean? Sean, they're kicking the extra point on your TV, aren't they?
I'm not watching it on TV. I'm watching it live. I'm on a phone stream.
Speaking of live, let's run through the live lines right now. Arizona, 19.5-point dog to Houston, 44.5. The current total, there are 45.5s out there. Phillies, 30.5-point chalk against the Raiders. They're 30.5-point chalk, and the total, 35.5 for the game. 34.5s out there. No one expecting Vegas to score at this stage of the game. They're expecting the shutout in that one. Jaguars, minus 23.5, 59.5. There are some 16.5s out there against the New York Jets. Chicago, minus 14.5, 32.5, the prevailing number against Cleveland. Again, looking at the Odds Logic live odds screen, the numbers from DraftKings, FanDuel, Fanatics, Offshore, etc. Baltimore, 14.5, 37.5 against the Cincinnati. I've got KC minus 3.5 plus money for that 43.5, the total against the Chargers. And Washington minus 5.5, total 53.5. There's 54.5. There's 55.5. Some variance on that total for the Commanders and the G-Men. Current bets that we have in pocket right here on the show. Joe Madden has the Raiders plus 17.5. That's not looking great. Joe Madden has the Chargers plus 10.5. That's looking much better than the Raiders are. Joe Madden has the Chargers money line at plus 390, which is still most assuredly live. Carmine's got New England Buffalo over 51.5. That one looking live. Jesse has Cleveland Chicago under 37.5. That one looking live. Sean Higgs under 51.5. Arizona Houston. That one's a sweat, but still very much alive. Higgs also has Jackson Dart over 200 passing yards minus 125. Rob Vino's got Houston, Arizona under 55. So you have over 51.5 in that game and under 55. That's a nice middle. We'll take both those. We also got 11.5 with the Bills full game. That was me, Ted. Carmine has Josh Allen over 182.5 passing yards. Not sure what that number is right now. Rob Vino has LV Philly over 33.5 full game. Higgs has got Cincinnati plus 11.5 full game. And Houston minus 19.5 full game. Dave Delano has the Cardinals plus 21.5. Did I miss anyone with anything? And is there anyone betting anything right now? Tom, you in play with anything?
Nothing at the moment. Just have some prop stuff going. But what did you say you had that price on the Ravens game at the spread?
The Ravens. So Sean has Cincinnati plus 11.5 full game.
Okay.
Don't let anyone ever tell you that 1 inch doesn't matter because that ball crossed the line by 1 inch in the Bills game. Said. It is a T-day, 24-21.
Sean also has passing yards over, right?
Yeah, 200. He said it. He mentioned
Teddy,
he's got 130 in the ball. Let's go, Dart.
Teddy, I'm interested in the under in this Ravens-Bengals game. I mean, it's 17-0 right now. Total's at 37.5 still.
Yep.
3 touchdowns. I know there's a lot of game left, but offenses have not looked good there.
Is that a bet?
Teddy Diet?
Not yet.
Thinking about it.
John, I wanted to ask you something because I know you're real popular with the Bears fans. I was looking at some as strong as their season's been. I don't think the Bears are going to.
I'll be back in 2 minutes, guys.
We'll be here, Teddy. Don't worry about it. I got it.
What do you think about? I'm thinking that the Bears are going to miss the playoffs. I think they're going to be one spot out. I think Detroit's going to beat them out. Even if the Bears hold on against the Browns today and the Lions lose, I still think that the Bears are going to miss it. I think they're going to lose that game to San Francisco, and I think they're going to lose to Detroit the second time. They dropped from 1-7 last week just with that loss.
Yeah,
they had the highest. They were the 1 seed and had the highest chance of missing the playoffs last week.
Yeah, and
it'll be 10-7 and not make it, huh?
It's very possible because they already got killed by the Lions once. Because right now Detroit wouldn't be in if the season ended. Yeah. So Detroit beats them that next time. I mean, that's the tiebreaker.
Touchdown AJ Brown.
They play Packers, 49ers, and Lions to end the season after this game against the Browns.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, is the committee really going to let a group of 5 team like the Panthers into the playoffs over the Bears? I don't think so.
Tom, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
The current perception of Sam Darnold, his first season with the Seahawks, do you think it's a fair comparison to say similar to Jared Goff, his first season with the Lions?
I think
remember
maybe...
Goff really struggled with the LA Rams for a while there under Jeff Fisher.
I mean, yeah, but then he also, like, I don't know, because he also, it's not like he didn't make it to a Super Bowl with the Rams. I think that Goff actually had a little more respect. Like, I think there was a little more cachet and respect for Goff. I definitely see the comparison, but it's just everyone's kind of just expecting Darnold to be bad because then you saw him succeed with the Vikings, and then those last couple games into the playoffs, that's the real Sam Darnold, and we're still like I think that's the persistent narrative until he wins a big game.
Yeah, I think with this being Darnold's 4th team, I mean, I think a lot of people are holding that against. You think about with the Jets and then with the Panthers, and I think they kind of given it a fluke with the Vikings.
Actually his 5th team.
Which one am I missing?
49ers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've been a Darnold truther since the beginning. I mean, I'm a Jets fan, but like I always thought that he could be good. Adam Gase as your coach is a really rough way to start your career.
He put up decent numbers at Carolina on a bad team. Like if you can, This is my thing. I said on this show before. These quarterbacks come into bad teams with rookie head coaches and bad offensive lines. How good are they going to be without it getting developed?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the fact that Flacco comes in off the bench and just schools these defenses, right? I mean, who knows? Maybe Rivers pulls a Flacco today and goes for 368, you know?
Man, it is elder abuse putting that man out there to play the Texans, though.
Well, they're bending it like it is. I'm happy with my 3.5, I'll tell you that.
A lot of clean living for Phillip Rivers, though. That dude hasn't had a beer in his life, never smoked a cigarette, never done any drugs.
Well, he's never needed a victory cigar. So
he's got 2 sons who are pretty good, decent level prospects. I think pretty good high school quarterbacks too.
How many kids does he have?
He's got like 10 or 11.
Yeah. How's he get the time to do that? Like this offseason, he's just going to work, I guess.
I mean, look at the college coaching landscape and tell me when are they finding time to coach? And it's arguably harder work there.
Is Rivers a high school coach now too?
Yeah. Did you guys see the story that apparently in 2022 when Garoppolo went down, Phillip Rivers was secretly listening in on team meetings for the 49ers because they weren't sure if they were going to go with Purdy or him?
I did not know that.
Oh, wow. No.
Yeah, like Shanahan revealed that the other day. He was like, yeah, we were going to bring Rivers back in 2022. We had him even like secretly in the Zoom calls for the team installs.
I'm excited. I'm excited about it, actually. I think it's going to be must-see TV no matter what happens.
I mean, I'll tell you, like betting the over on a lot of Rivers props makes Plus EV Analytics had a great tweet about it. There's so much uncertainty with this. Plus money props are your friend when it comes to uncertainty like this. Like take the overs in this, take the plus money where you can get it and bank on everyone being wrong because who knows what's going to happen with this. You may as well have the plus money side.
It's only at 153 for his passing yards. I think he will go over that.
That's minuscule. Granted, he's 44 years old, but still.
I mean, even if they get blown out, he get so many garbage time yards after the catch.
Jesus, Tom, I'm 50. I felt like Superman when I was 44 years old, let me tell you.
You want to go out and play in the NFL right now, Jesse?
Not right now, no, but when I was 44, maybe. 44 is young.
I think I'll say, even when Rivers retired, I mean, he was still pretty good when he retired. He wasn't just a corpse out there. So
he wasn't like Peyton Manning his last year.
No, he
couldn't
wasn't. It was
throw
like
the ball
he
anymore,
could have played a little longer if he wanted to. I saw Cam Newton was a little disappointed that he didn't get the call over Rivers.
What is Cam Newton even talking about? Why does he think that he's even, like, shut up, Cam?
I saw him ask him how long he would need to really get ready now, and he said a month. I'm like, well, you don't have a month right now for you to get ready.
You know what the answer to Cam Newton is? You pull up that clip from the Super Bowl of him dancing around his own fumble and refusing to actually pick it up.
Refusing to go down and pick it up. Exactly.
Yeah, show him that clip and say, all right, Cam, look at this.
He did. Made my day. But he wanted no part of that.
Yeah, Carm, that total in Baltimore is already down to 31.5. I should have taken that. Or Teddy.
Yeah. Easy come, easy go.
Yep.
You can lead a horse to water. Isn't there an expression like that? Something, Jesse?
Something like that. Something like that.
You can give a man a fish, or you can teach a man to fish, right? Feed him for a day or feed him for a lifetime. But Jess, I could play in the NFL. I'd be the guy that ran onto the field to grab the kicking tee, and then you run back. And even then, I'm trying not to pull a hamstring as I'm doing it.
They use dogs for that, Carm.
Carm, you'd be familiar with Louis Pasaglia. How long did Louis Pasaglia kick in the CFL?
Yeah.
He was pretty old.
We turned off one game. The Raiders and the Eagles are no longer on the screen. We switched it up.
Yeah, it's just taking up space there.
So when it's fourth quarter and we've had a game on and it's not a game anymore, then we switch it out. And there may be a scenario in which the Raiders scored 32 fourth quarter points. I watched Denver scored 33 in the fourth quarter. Actually, going to shut out the first 3 quarters this year. So it's possible, but I'll take the under on the chance of it actually happening.
How many people die in the riots in Philly if that happens?
I'll let you know.
There's no peaceful resolution to them them dropping this lead to Kenny Pickett. Like that's not going to happen.
We have preempted the Eagles game to show you Heidi because it's Christmas time.
Just go out to the Ben Franklin Bridge and see how many of them want to jump.
Well, I don't know because they're already up in arms and egging the coaches' houses and they're tired of Hurts. I mean, who knows?
Drake May intercepted at the Bills' 10-yard line.
Oh, you love to see it.
That's it's essentially it's like a punt.
Yeah, that's probably better than a punt.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, pin them deep.
If I'm the Bills guy, I probably drop it. Imagine challenging your own play, your own interception.
Big pass for
I think it hit the ground. Waste the challenge.
Touchdown Jaguars.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, how many yards has he thrown for? I just saw him crank up like another 50-yarder on that drive.
It's ridiculous. Like you think they're up 30 points, they'd run the ball. Nah, we're gonna keep chucking it. He's got 250 yards passing, but
he's also leading the team in rushing.
Yeah, as I say, Etienne has 10 rushing attempts. You think he'd run the ball? 1 yard pass or 8-yard pass to Etienne.
Jacoby Myers has been a big pickup for them. The mid-season acquisition. Like a lot of times you see a receiver traded in season. And you're like, yeah, that guy, he's not going to do anything. And Jacoby Myers, I think, has made a real difference in Jacksonville. If you talk about little reasons why the Jags are playing the best that they played in years right now, that's a piece of the puzzle. Chris Warren, telling you, man, the Bengals have quit. We talked about that on the NFL opening line report this past week, how Cincinnati's quotes were coming in the past tense, talking about this season. And that's one of those little things that I always look for in late November and December when teams start talking about their current season using past tense. That is one of those little bet against things. It's been a rough year for Cincy.
And it was a horrible loss last week.
Quit. I definitely agree with that.
To be fair, Teddy, every year
slice that team up in the snow for 3 quarters and then a couple of tip balls and you lose.
That's why I'm Zach Taylor. I'm Zach Taylored out for Cincy. You know, I feel like they need to go in that's a team that needs to go in a different direction as the head coach. You know, and I understand it's a bad organization, so it may not matter, but it feels to me like from a coaching standpoint, Zach Taylor's gotten too many passes for a team that's. It feels like when he has more time with them, they get worse, and that's something else I look for.
I mean, that Joe Burrow press conference, I mean, he seemed so defeated. That didn't seem like seeing your quarterback like that didn't seem like a good indicator that they were going to rally behind after that.
It's tough because I get he's not going to do it, but I would love nothing better than a quarterback, a high-profile quarterback standing there at a press conference and saying, you know, our management and the ownership have done absolutely nothing to protect me, game in and game out, season in and season out. My shelf life is I'm expiring like Sean Higgs's mayonnaise. It's just the guy.
No way, it doesn't expire. I eat it.
What's that? You eat it expired?
It'll never expire.
That jar's going down.
Now,
Does any of the blame fall on Burrow himself, though? Like, how much did he have to do with paying Jamar Chase and signing?
Well, yeah, I agree. Like, hey, we're going to get you your buddy here.
Put all the money into the offense.
They could have took Penny Sewell to play to be on the offensive line. They took Chase because it was his buddy.
To be fair, you took Jamar Chase. Like, if you're gonna take a player and then be like, you should have taken the other guy, at least you could be like, well, he's kind of worked out.
I don't know. I don't know.
Jesse's point really quick. In the off season, Burrow kind of held that organization hostage by saying, you better pay Higgins and pay Chase and don't pay Hendrickson. Like, your defense sucks, but I don't care if our just pay my offensive guys.
I mean, having like more than a quarter of your salary cap in 4 players is not good roster construction. You can't do it.
Yeah. But it does sound like Burrow has been part of the problem in getting them
this off season for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he
nice completion by Allen. Let's go get those passing yards.
Big money.
First down.
Putting all your eggs in one basket is it's a different sport, but I talk about it here north of the border. I'm not a fan of the team, but the Toronto Maple Leafs, all of their salary cap are wrapped around 4 players, and they have not won a Stanley Cup since 1967 when the invent of color TV. The invent of color TV, April of 1967 is when color TV started, and the Leafs have not won a cup in the modern era of colored TV.
I was born in 1967.
I thought it would have been around.
I was 6 when color TV was invented, so I was already there.
It's not only that, but they won a cup, and this is the arguments I have with Prez. When there was only 6 teams in the league, from the point of expansion forward, they have never won a cup. They've been habitual. What's the word I'm looking for here? Rebuilding. They've been in rebuilding since 1967. So,
that's nuts.
Connard 50-42 just took Jags Jets under 64.5 -110.
All right.
Cardinals
Good
good at that plus 21.5.
Josh Allen is at 107 yards passing right now. Teddy, I got 182.5. So 76 yards to get there.
Okay. There's hope. All we ask for is hope, man.
Yeah.
Just give me hope. I like the games that are done in the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter, you can just turn it off. If you have Philadelphia right now, and not to jinx anyone, if you have Philadelphia right now, you can turn the game off. And if you lose, you go, oh my God, what happened? I like those games. I like those sides. But
I got Philly under 40.5. I'm going to lose this game. It's really tough losing a total when a team gets shut out in a game.
That is hard.
That is,
and that goes across sports. You know, in baseball, when you have the freaking under and then it goes 11-0 finally, like, geez, Louise. And in the NBA, when you have under and it's like 226-0, you're like, oh my God.
I think with baseball, your only problem is that eventually a team can give up and just say we're putting out positional players to pitch, and then it's just a home run derby.
Yeah. Sometimes.
One of the hardest things about betting sometimes totals is when you're in the fourth quarter and you start to do math in your head.
Yeah.
It is the worst.
I thought
this team gets a TD and they go for 2. and then they trade field goals, and this game goes to overtime, and it's just no. At some point, yeah, you go for a walk.
I need the Texans. They're only up 16 points, so I'm hoping we can get 4 more completions out of Stroud here in this fourth quarter.
I was going to say, Nico Collins caught the first pass for 57 yards, hasn't even sniffed the ball since. People are probably thinking, look at this, I got his over receiving yards.
I had a side prop with him for over 73.5 receiving yards. You're right. He got that 57 like in the first minute of the game.
You're feeling great. And now you're like, oh, come on.
That's a loser. It's a loser.
Right. And now there's not much reason to really throw to him. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they were down, 27-0 early, the Cardinals. Jacoby Brissett's got him right where he wants him.
I mean, it's
I'll
like
give Arizona credit to the sense of that team fights, man. Even down week in, week out. Like there are teams where the coach, where you're like, all right, this coach has got to go. Gannon's not that guy for me, even though the QB situation has been great since he's been there, because the effort has been there, the competitiveness has been there for Arizona every week. They may not be good enough, but from an effort standpoint, I haven't seen games out of them like we're seeing out of the Bengals, for example, today in the Zach Taylor.
I think you can argue a lot of it's Kyler Murray, because once Jacoby Brissett came in, all of a sudden that offense starts clicking a little bit. The defense is still terrible, but building blocks.
And even with injuries at receiver, I mean, they still.
I mean, where are they at the running back position too? Didn't they lose 2 or 3 running backs?
Yeah, you know what affected my powering number, Jesse? Nothing.
Well, yeah. I get that, Teddy. I understand where you're coming from, but when you get down to like you don't have any left, like you're literally putting in your 3rd string wide receivers to run the ball.
The practice squad guy. Yeah, I got you.
And also then you get to a lack of depth problem too. So it isn't just the lack of talent at the position, but the lack of depth at the position. For me, that's a huge concern.
Sean, there's a guy in the chat, Ryan Moore, 4880, that says paying you was a mistake. Paying Higgins was a mistake. I'm not sure what he has with you.
Here's the guy who says it all. No, hang on. That's not the guy I wanted. I'll come back to that. These guys have no clue what we're talking about. Z-Dog.
Thanks, Z-Dog.
Thank you for watching us, Z-Dog. We don't have no idea what we're talking about.
And thank you for adding to our analytics. We really appreciate every comment.
We appreciate you taking the time to comment that.
He spelled there wrong, by the way.
Sounds like he had a huge kickoff return. That might not lead to C.J. Stroud needing to throw the ball too much. They just ran it back to the Arizona 24.
Never underestimate the Texans' ability to make stupid decisions. We can still get the top over.
You just Dalton Schultz, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
DeMeco Ryans, yes or no?
Yes.
I'm a yes, Ryans.
Yes.
Sure.
I loved him as a player. I love him as a coach.
I actually wanted Denver to hire him. Instead, they took Peyton, but he's done a great job, Ryans, against a lot of odds this year.
Who's coach of the year?
Hi, Tristan K. Thanks for joining us.
Who's coach of the year for you guys?
Probably Vrabel.
Yeah, I think Vrabel. I would say Vrabel.
Yeah. Or Ben Johnson.
I'd put Ben Johnson over Vrabel because, at least Ben Johnson has beaten actual football teams.
Yeah, they've done more with less.
Missed the playoffs
for the first 11 weeks.
But do you think that's? Do you think Ben Johnson is Ben Johnson dependent on the Bears either A, winning the division, or B, making the playoffs?
I think they have to make the playoffs. Yeah, but I still think that he's done the best coaching job here. Steichen, if the Colts make the playoffs from now, Steichen. You might have to give it to him.
Yeah.
What about McDonald? McDonald in Seattle's got to be a guy who we're talking about.
I love what he's done. Absolutely love what he's done.
Is anybody, and nobody's talking about? How about the guy in Carolina? How about they beat Tampa Bay next week? They're in first place, probably going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Maybe not they might not have the sexier record at 10-7 or whatever, but
right.
But I would put Canales above Vrabel or any. I put him. Every coach we've listed before Canales, I fill this before Canales.
Then you also have to remember, when you're betting this award, it is very narrative based. It's not just who had the best coaching performance. It's really who got the best run of variance award. But
Well, from our standpoint, we got to look at is who achieved their season win total, who blew through their season win total by the way.
I mean, honestly, none of us said Sean Payton.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
And we used to work with his daughter.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
Meanwhile, Mike Tomlin is just they might voodoo magic their way to the division title again, and everybody's like, yeah, no chance.
Huge fourth down coming up for the Bills. I'm not sure if they're at midfield, 45-yard line of.
It's 12 minutes to go. What are we doing? Come on.
Yeah,
We got a question about San Fran, Tennessee, late game, over 44.5. Let's talk late games real quick. Let's run through them. I'm in play on Carolina, New Orleans. I'm going to play on Minnesota, Dallas. I lean team total under for the Colts although that's probably bet down too low now. It was 14.5 were out there. They're not there anymore. For Indy, Seattle. I could only take Green Bay in the Green Bay-Denver game, and I could only take Detroit in the Detroit-LA Rams game. And if all the games that I didn't even come close to betting, Ravino talked about the games that you just don't do anything with. Tennessee, San Fran's that game for me. I didn't touch it side, not total. It was an easy pass right from the get-go. Any of you guys doing anything late? And can we respond to AWB4's thoughts on the over in that game or the under for 49ers and Titans?
Well, you guys think about that. I'm just going to give you a quick update. There's a flag on the play in the Bills game. Josh downfield, 12-yard line. It was an interception, but a pass interference before the interception, I believe.
It was.
Yeah.
Definitely pass interference.
Also, I'd probably go under, if anything.
Yep. All right.
I probably would go over in that game, as ugly as it seems. I mean, Titans offense been playing a little bit better, and you see how they got lit up by the Browns last week. I mean, that I'm going to give Shador and them credit, but that's still not a very good offense. So San Francisco probably is going to be able to score some points. They ran the ball really well last week, the Titans. So it's one of those ugly ones, but I probably would lean with the over there for that 44.5.
I like the over in Sunday Night Football at Jerry World, and I also like Justin Jefferson over 59.5 yards. I know he's been non-existent the last couple games, but going against the worst defense in the NFL, he's got an opportunity to have a bounce-back game.
Do you think Dallas is the worst defense in the NFL?
Well, I mean, statistically, pass defense, yardage that they've given up, they've played better lately, Teddy, but then against the Lions, they didn't, right?
Sure, the Lions.
Did anybody see that hit?
I would blame that on the defense.
Rice? Jesus.
They turned the ball over in that game. I'm sorry, what'd you say, Rob?
Did anybody see that hit on Rashee Rice just now? Jesus, he got plastered. Dear Lord.
Yeah, he's hurt.
He should be hurt.
Opponent yards per play. I got Cincinnati as the worst, Washington the second worst, then Chicago, the Giants, and Dallas. So they're bottom 5 in yards per play metrics. But the Commanders and the Bengals defense is a little bit worse than the Cowboys in that regard. Best defense yards per play this season: Denver, Seattle, Cleveland, Houston, Green Bay. That's top 5. Rams are 6. Minnesota, number 7 on that list. So certainly from a yards per play standpoint, Vikings may have an edge against
touchdown, Buffalo.
I didn't hear Carm scream it, so it's not real.
Yeah, I was watching Josh Allen run it in first.
Oh.
I
You're in the sun. You got like this weird sun thing.
No, it looked. There's a flag on the play. It looked like the Bills line moved, right? So no, they called holding on the Bills.
Oh, it's coming back.
Going back.
What if the Bears are actually good?
They aren't.
I think they are.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're great, but they're good.
I don't like Caleb Williams. I don't like his attitude. I don't like the way he competes.
Giants miss another 50-plus yarder they're going for.
I think he's great. Caleb Williams.
Sean, I can't tell if that's the Giants going for it on 4th down or kicking a field goal with this offense.
Well, that probably does add to Ben Johnson's case for Coach of the Year, though. And you say don't like
field goals, no good in the Giants.
So many
game.
parts of this team that aren't good. Even when you were mentioning some of the worst defenses, I mean, statistically, there's so many things about this Bears team that just doesn't make sense for them to be winning, yet they're winning. So
Touchdown, Teddy.
A lot of credit there.
Good job, Kyle.
I mean, I don't think Caleb Williams.
And wait, I could have sworn someone on this show said if that Buffalo goes down 21-0, the game was over.
I don't know who that was.
Wasn't
I'll
me.
rewind it.
Wasn't me.
There's somebody top right. I'm not going to say who.
Hold on.
Uh,
I'm going to turn off my camera for a second while I close the blinds.
Sure. Whatever you need to do, Carm. Just don't go tubining on us. Don't go whacking. Not live. Tristan K21 says, I would more look at Dallas over a 5-week stretch than the full season. I agree 100%.
Yeah. Yep. Those little trades paid off for them. They've been improved a little bit since then.
Yeah. Rand 224. Eagles are going to cover the 37.5 total on their own. LOL. Yeah, that's we were talking about that earlier. I was frustrating is when your team pitches a shutout and you still can't catch.
It's coming down to one play.
Well, listen, it's fourth and goal at the one. Are they going to punch it in, or what do you think they're going to do here?
Well, they've been trying to get it in there with Bigsby. They just haven't. Yeah, I imagine they give it to him one more time. We'll see. But it's all coming down to this one play.
Bigsby.
Timmy.
So, again, just to reset real quick, we really appreciate it. We got 4,800 of you watching us live. We do this every Sunday from basically about 10, 15 minutes before the first kickoff right through the end of the early games. We'll stay through all of them. If we got overtime, I'll stick around. Whoever's has time will stick around with me. But we do this every Sunday for about 3.5 hours here on WagerTalk TV. We appreciate you guys for showing up. We appreciate the likes, the comments, and the follows very, very much. We try to take as many comments as we can and incorporate them into the show. I do want to give you guys the promo code one more time for today's special offer. Use promo code Super Bowl 189 on the NFL season pass for any of the cappers here, both Wager Talk and Picks and Parlays. Again, Super Bowl 189 at checkout will get you the NFL season pass at that discounted rate. And no, it's not a BS offer. What we try to do at Wager Talk is develop relationships with our clients, work together, work collaboratively. We're not trying to, we'll charge you this, and then we're going to bait and switch you to do something else. Nothing like that. You'll see if you've never bought a play or a product from wagertalk.com, try it, and you'll see what the experience is like. Uniformly positive. Our customer service team, second to none. Promo code Super Bowl 189 gets you that discount right now. Wager Talk and Picks and Parlays, NFL through the Super Bowl for any of the cappers here on the site.
Raiders.
We get it, Gramps. I love it. I love this guy, Z-Dog. He's ripping me. Appreciate it. Because I don't get ripped. When Prez isn't here, people don't rip me enough. So when Prez is here, I get at least slapped around a little bit. So thank you for the comments, Z-Dog. It's all good.
There's a lot less yelling, I noticed.
Yeah, we caffeinated. Sorry. Couldn't resist.
All right, Giants, nice loser for me. Giants plus 2.5 down the drain.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a heck of a way to just lose that halftime play on Eagles over 33.5. Gets stuffed on 4 tries from the 3-yard line. Couldn't get in.
That's Raiders defense. Let's give them credit.
We have to give them a little credit. They stood tall on that 4th down play.
Like, you see something like that, you got to be like, all right. Like, did they quit on their seat? Like, why not just let them punch it in and who cares?
You still get
You know what I'm
paid.
saying? Like, that's an interesting thing to hold right there.
Higgs, I got faith. 28-22 final for the Giants. Will that make you happy?
20-22? Well, they're down 29-14. So what's going on here?
Wait, where did you get 29 from? Oh, they scored a TD. That didn't update for me. I saw 22-14 still. Yeah, okay, rest in peace.
Patriots.
Oh, Patriots score.
It's all right. He's got those Cat's Deli products. That's awesome.
And that over, Rob Vino, 51.5. That is cashed before the 4th quarter starts. Trayvon Henderson with another big play touchdown. Is he a star? Is this Buffalo's defense? Is this New England's offense? Is this Henderson showing us what he can do? Do running backs now matter?
We saw what Henderson
How
can
much,
do in
Jess?
college.
How much is he worth, Jess? Travion Henderson.
He's worth a shitload.
Today.
I mean, he was a stud at Ohio State. There's no reason why he wouldn't be a stud here in the NFL.
12 rushes for 142 yards and 2 TDs.
Buffalo held that lead for like 23 seconds.
Yeah, pretty much.
Again, who is good in the NFL this year? Show me a good team.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'm still going to argue Seattle's a good team, but I get the point.
Obviously, are pretty good.
Nobody's
Jack Seahawks. What's that exact to pay for Super Bowl?
Wow. Even right now, that's probably a very nice payout.
I mean, I don't know what the exacta would pay, but on the other side, when I bet Seattle last week, I bet the Texans. The Texans were plus 750 to win the AFC. So I don't know what that exact. The Texans Seahawks Super Bowl, that's probably pretty good too. Here come the Bengals.
Here's what we have going live right now. Joe Madden has the Raiders plus 17.5. That's going to lose. She has the Chargers plus 10.5. That's looking good. She has the Chargers on the money line at plus 390. That's looking good.
Really?
Carmine, New England Buffalo over 51.5. That's already cashed. Jesse's Cleveland Chicago under 37.5. What's that doing right now? Cleveland Chicago.
31.
You're sweating it.
31, but there's a lot of time left.
Higgs has got under 51.5 Arizona Houston, and Jackson Dart over 200 passing yards. We know how many passing yards Dart has right now.
Mr. Dart is at
175.
175 with the ball too. So we're
Higgs got under 51.5 Arizona Houston.
Loser.
Rob Vino's got under 55 Arizona Houston.
Loser.
Buffalo plus 11.5 full game. That's my bet. That's looking live, but not a winner yet. Carmine's got Josh Allen over 182.5 passing yards. Rob Vino is LV Philly over 33.5 full game. Is that in? That's not
That
in.
one's about to go final. Only 30.
Oh,
It's final.
sorry, Rob. That's
It's
frustrating.
final. It is final.
John Higgs is Cincinnati plus 11.5 full game. He has also his Houston 19.5 full game. Dave Delano has the Cardinals plus 21.5 full game. So that's the live bets that we've made today during the show. I like to give them out, go back and recap at least a handful of times so you guys know what we're betting, even if you haven't watched us all the way through.
Yeah, I need 14 more yards from Josh Allen. He's at 169. It's 182.5. So
69.
69.
Nice.
Billy Madison.
I could have an all-time great beat if the Bears do not pass the football again and then just start giving Kyle Monangai a few more carries.
Well, he just
Tom,
threw
how
a
many
pass.
completions do you need from CJ Stroud?
20.5. I'm not getting there.
You might.
Dart is over his yards.
Does he touchdown?
It's a touchdown for him for Arizona.
No.
Texans might need to get a couple more first downs. You might get it. He needs 3 more completions. Arizona.
Let's see. That would be a very fun one to cash here.
Jackson Dart 224 now.
Good
There
job.
you go. Big pass. Who's 50-yarder to who?
42-yarder to
Theo Johnson.
Johnson.
Right end.
Yeah, of course not to my guy Robinson. I need right.
Brad Farr, Rams are the best team. Agree, disagree?
Disagree.
They make the case.
I mean, I
give
can't
him the.
say
Here's why.
anybody-
This is why I'm going to disagree there because they held on to beat Seattle at home where they were out the door. They're up 14-0. They let them get back in it, and Seattle missed a field goal, and Darnold still threw a bunch of interceptions. They still could have won that game. I think Seattle's going to beat them here, and head-to-head, the 2 games, I'm giving Seattle the edge.
I agree.
Do
They
you think Seattle
outgained them
right
they
now?
outgained them like 440 to 220 that day,
Yeah.
Sean. It was not even close.
Yeah, no, I'm going to say Seattle. I mean, I like the Rams. They're good, but I'm just give Seattle based on they should have won that game. I think they win this one on Thursday night.
How about this comment from Irk 7587? It's all fixed anyway. Any sports that allow betting on it is fixed.
Okay, so why are you watching this show and not making money taking all the fixed sides?
Yeah. So the whole thing with the fixed question is everyone's like, oh, the refs. Just tell me before kickoff who the refs like, not after.
Yeah.
But if you have an opinion who the refs are going to like before kickoff, then you should probably bet that side.
So I posted on Twitter a couple hours before this show. I just dropped a video on my own channel talking about all the comments that I'm getting about last week's Broncos Raiders game and how it was rigged. And I broke down the final play. I broke down the economics behind it. And I came to the conclusion at the end that if you really feel that this game was rigged, I feel sorry for you, and you should quit gambling immediately.
And that's going to be not 100-yard, maybe a 90-yard pick six for Baltimore.
I had the Ravens defense this week.
93.
Yeah, that's
Sean,
a big play.
Sean, I've done the math. The Giants are about to score. If they go for 2, and then they score,
We don't got to hold on. We don't got to go for 2 right
tied
now.
at 29.
Why are we going to go for 2? Can we just take the point first before we go for 2 and get in a hole? Let's just go down 29-21. And
that sounds like last week's argument, Teddy. Down 15 points. What do you do?
Yeah, you go for 2.
Hold the phone. The Cincinnati Bengals, 3rd and goal on the 7. Intercepted and returned for a touchdown. Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Prez.
Congratulations, Jess.
The Giants score. I think they're definitely going for 2.
Yeah.
If they score, it's 3rd down now at the 4-yard line. Although Sean Higgs will let us know in a second.
And like Arizona went for 2. Why did they go for 2, Arizona?
Well, they had to. They were down 13, so they wanted to cut it to 11. So then
they're still down 13.
Baltimore's now 23.5 live line with juice. So if you have the Ravens, what do you have them, Jess? -2.5, -3?
-140 on the money line, Teddy.
Yeah. So you can exhale. It's not done, but
I'll be okay.
Well, I'd rather, let's put it this way. The people always say, the question is, I know it's not done yet, but I'd still rather have them this side than that side right now.
Yeah.
If you had a choice, you'd rather have the Baltimore side than the Cincinnati side at this stage of the equation.
Jameis Winston coming in to throw a pass. That's what we'd like to see.
Oh, really? Actually, we do kind of like to see that. I have completions under for Jackson Dart.
There we go. 4th and goal. Why didn't the Jets should have went for 2 to make it be an even down 20 instead of being down 21?
So you wait till you wait till you're down 15 before you do that.
I'm just
lose this game.
Yeah, this Chiefs-Chargers game is getting chippy, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, they just laid out Thornton on a pass.
As they should.
Now. And,
Mahomes is leaving the receivers out to dry, man.
Yeah, the play before, Smith-Schuster threw a block that they called a penalty on, which I don't know. In my day, that was a clean block, but everybody's hitting everybody in this game right now. It's like Steelers-Ravens.
I'm kind of sick to my stomach that I didn't have the Chargers.
Bills are in scoring.
Yeah,
in
I
red
think
Chiefs
zone.
are on the move.
to take them out
with this
was
penalty,
hard,
they're
man.
going to be inside the red zone.
You know, I probably would have had the Chargers today if that line didn't go to 6. That kind of spooked me.
Kansas
Yeah, it
City's
seems too easy.
Yeah, it spooked me.
I got the Chargers in 5.5. There's no if I'm getting more than 3.5, I don't care who Kansas City's playing. I'm taking 3.5 or more. They play. They're just minus their field goal games every game.
You're preaching to the choir. Like I said, I would have been happier to take a 3.5 than a 6. The 6 kind of scared me off.
How is that? How? They start drawing at each other after the play. He's like, the hit wasn't dirty. It wasn't egregious. It was a legal hit 10 years ago.
I mean,
Yeah,
let's
and
helmet
then,
to
you know,
helmet,
the
wasn't it?
Smith-Schuster blocked the play before they penalized too. But the thing is that the Chiefs are going to benefit from the 15-yard penalty, and then Rashee Rice goes out of his way to get one of his own to negate it.
Yeah.
You just can't coach it out of these
Touchdown
guys.
Bills. Touchdown Bills, Carm. You got it, Chet?
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Neither of these
I
defenses.
keep waiting for the flag first, right? Just to make sure there's no flag before I announce it.
Touchdown
This is the
Jaguars.
classic,
That Raider game ended
drive-by
before the
game.
fourth quarter even started. And some that's weird how fast the Raider game was compared to every other game today.
Well, if you're a
I don't know. I
Raiders
think
fan,
there have been
don't
a
you want
couple
the
Raider
game to
games
end
like
as
that
soon
this
as possible?
season. They're just running
45-yard
clock.
touchdown pass. NTN, I think, has got 9 touchdowns today. Nothing on the ground. They're throwing the ball up 40-20, and they're throwing 45-yard touchdown passes. They're not even running the ball.
That's what I'm saying. Liam Cohen's got this offense, man.
Yeah.
Like he's not going to win Coach of the Year unless the Jags win out. But Cohen, you know, again, thinking he'd be in consideration. He'd be in at least in the other receiving votes category. At the end, 3 catches, 3 touchdowns. Trevor Lawrence 5 TD passes today against the Jets. But the Jets are starting how many rookies on defense? They started 3 or 4 rookies on defense last week.
Yeah, the Jets injury report was insane.
Thank you to the guy in chat. Where is he? Gotcha 74, who went along with the Josh Allen passing yards. He's at over 190 right now, 193. So that's a cash.
Arizona. That's the one game I really haven't watched at all. It's Arizona.
They just got the ball back down 33-20, but they're their own
Coming
foul.
through the back door.
They're on their own 4. They got a way to go here.
Yeah, the Raiders had 71 total yards today, it says.
Well, that's Kenny Pickett sparking the
That's
offense.
up from last week.
There was a game where they lost by the identical score, 31-0 to the Chiefs, where they didn't gain 100 yards either. That's 2 in that category for them.
Sure.
Well, Pete Carroll.
Well, so what are the reports after Chip Kelly got fired where Kelly's saying, I didn't even get to run my offense and we had to run Pete Carroll's offense from – I mean,
right.
All of that? Is that just PR after the fact? Is that Chip Kelly's handlers trying to get him a college job somewhere?
It could be. It could
Pretty
be.
much.
Because Missouri's looking for an offensive coordinator right now, and I hear Chip Kelly's name being thrown around at Mizzou.
All right. Who had the Jaguars being the highest scoring team today at 48 points? Anyone? With almost a full quarter left.
I can't imagine that was a very high odds bet. I feel like they should have been near the top.
Total now 74.5 in that game. Juice to the over.
We're in college numbers almost. Actually, we are in college numbers.
Yeah.
We got 72.5 for Buffalo, New England live.
Yeah.
59.5 for Arizona, Houston. And then 36.5 for Cleveland, Chicago.
All you need is 1 touchdown in this Cleveland game, and it'll go over that.
Baltimore, Cincy. There's variance here. I got a 30.5, juice to the under, and a 26.5. The answer is no difference between the two bets. 26.5.
26. I mean, Bengals are on the 35-yard line going in.
Is Cincy going to kick a field goal?
Hey.
To what? To go down 21?
Hey, Chargers just had
4
a red
minutes
zone
to go?
interception.
Mahomes just got picked off.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mahomes sucks then, right?
Sanders just got picked off. Bengals Bills.
Teddy, it's because the games are fixed, right? You know what I mean? When the check's no longer clear for the Chiefs, they lose, according to that guy in the chat.
It's kind of like LeBron James when the clutch sports money runs out.
Yeah.
They're going to have to change that UTEP study.
The UTEP study was nonsense, dude. Did you read did you read how they did it?
Jesse read it, not me.
Yeah.
I got scolded by Prez for not reading it.
Do I look like the kind of guy that reads a whole study from start to finish?
You don't even look like a guy who can read.
What's the UTEP study?
Prez claimed he read it too. He yelled at me that day.
It's about the UTEP study. The games are fixed.
Yeah, that there it investigates bias in referee calls.
Specifically in Kansas City games.
Yeah.
And specifically Carl Sheffers.
Yeah. But the methodology used was somewhat suspect, at least in this bettor's opinion.
Right.
There's only one league where I think you can go and say you actually do have to maintain a little bit of an awareness of the refs and that stuff, and that's the NBA, because we've actually seen a massive NBA cheating scandal. Like,
so I'm going to let me jump in really, really strongly on this.
That's it. Get ready.
Yeah, here we go. Everybody quiet down.
Everything that you've read about what the NBA knew, and the vast majority of what you've read is Tim Donaghy's side of the story, and Tim Donaghy mostly lies. Everything that comes out of his mouth is pretty much a lie. So all the talk about that Sacramento LA series that Tim Donaghy says was fixed, there are other bettors who've done substantive studies of it and said Tim Donaghy's full of shit and don't believe anything that comes out of his mouth.
I mean, I'm not at all shocked at that revelation, but you still had a ref who was betting on games in that league. Like,
yes, sure,
yeah,
no question.
The guy he did live about 25 minutes from me here in southeastern Pennsylvania, and my son went to school in that area. And some of the fathers who knew, some of the guys who knew Tim Donaghy, like he would do stuff like he lit his neighbor's patio furniture on fire at like midnight one night because he was pissed off at him. He stalked him around grocery stores. He's just a total head case, Tim Donaghy. Now he's in Florida, I guess, stalking other people.
But Donaghy's narrative about what happened has become the accepted narrative about the whole, NBA betting scandal and everything. A Penn State professor did a great book on it and written multiple articles on it. I've interviewed him multiple times on different shows, and basically went through and exposed every different lie that Donaghy said in the media and when he changed his story from this to that. And the media, as we know, just runs with whatever whatever the story is, or whoever gives them a headline or the article to write. So Donaghy's stuff is not much of the narrative is false and demonstrably, provably false.
What was the name of that professor?
I don't remember. I have his book.
They want the train wreck, Teddy.
Yeah, exactly. They want the train wreck. I'd have to look him up. And I've had him on my show too. If you give me a couple minutes, I can look him up. But I don't remember his name offhand.
Scott Foster was buddies with Donaghy, and some of Scott Foster's games, I have to say, stink to high heaven. And I'm highly suspicious of Scott Foster.
How about Nick Bavetta? Excuse me, Dick Bavetta. I meant Nick Bavetta. That guy, Mr. Nick. Always there's some kind of crazy 3-point foul called. That dude was in the bad for the Knicks every time. That guay.
Ray Charles Barkley.
AWB4 says you should be allowed to gamble on your own success like Pete Rose or Peter LaFleur in dodgeball. The problem with Pete Rose is that Pete Rose, when he wasn't betting on the Reds, that it means he effectively was betting against the Reds. But so the Arena Football League used to get paid $2,500 a game if your team lost and $5,000 a game if your team won. So there was literally $2,500 on the money line for every player on every team, every game. That's what it was. It was you get paid twice as much to win as you did for lose. And that's betting on your team, but it's not framed that way.
Did you see where they had the Arena Football League championship last year?
I did not. I haven't followed Arena in the better part of the last decade.
Oh, they had it literally in that American Dream Mall next to the Meadowlands, like in the concourse of the mall. It's just there was a Pete's Coffee in the background of the game. It was the wildest thing I've ever seen.
I drive by that place so often. I'd love to walk in there one day and see what it's. See the roller coaster from the highway and all this.
Xana. Remember it was called Xanadu.
Sean Patrick Griffin is the guy's name. That's the author's name. Sean Patrick Griffin.
I've had him on my show too. That's why I was trying to remember because he's a great dude. Great book.
Yeah. It's where it's a must read if you're interested in that scandal.
Yeah.
And it's not the only. I read Donaghy's book too. It's not like I wasn't interested, but so I read Donaghy's book to talk about Tim Donaghy stories. This is a true story, Rob Vino.
Okay.
I was still writing for Gaming Today, and I had a deadline every Sunday night. It was a pain in the ass deadline. And there was one time I'm going to do a book review. It was like summer. I'm going to do a book review on this Tim Donaghy's book. And I did a book review for Gaming Today, which is not exactly a publication that is flying off the shelves everywhere. Tuesday morning, Donaghy's calling into Gaming Today. complaining about my article, and somehow gets my email and sends me an attack email about what, and then I called him up and I said, hey, let me get you on my show. And he's like, yeah, I'd love to. And then he no-showed for it.
Yeah, I mean,
Did you ever read this book, Eddie? Interference.
I haven't.
How organized crime influences professional football. This is from like the late 70s, early 80s. Next time I come out, I'll bring it out to you.
I'm already interested.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you guys a story about fixing. It happens more in European soccer or just soccer in general.
Friendly.
African soccer.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
So Teddy, there was a Chinese syndicate that got busted. What they would do is they would go after federations that had like no money and offer them like $100,000 to play a friendly. It wasn't sanctioned by FIFA or whoever. They would rent a stadium. They would pay the refs $350, and they would tell both teams what the outcome of the game was before they stepped onto the field. And there was betting markets for it. So they would then bet the games. They would bet red cards, goals, goal scorers, and they made a killing off of it. They actually held a tournament where there were no teams. It was a closed stadium, and they just reported the results of the games afterwards with no teams actually on the field.
When was this?
ESPN, if you search ESPN, there's an article on it from like 2012 or whatever. It is unbelievable. Can you imagine being privy to that information? I'd be like number one at soccer at WagerTalk. Just Karma's not lost a game this year. Yes. But
I mean, soccer is
they don't even play the games that Carr releases. They don't play. There are no teams in the games Carr releases.
I need one more completion from TJ Stroud. I'm not getting it.
Real quick, let's do the late games. Seattle 13-41.5 against Indy. They've taken out all the 14s in that game. They've taken a lot of the 13.5s. There's been Colts money come the last couple of hours. Packers still -1, 42.5 against the Broncos. Panthers -2.5, not a 3 on the board. All the 3s got taken out overnight. 41.5 this morning. Rams -6. There are 5.5s out there. Total 54.5/55 against the Detroit Lions. San Fran -12.5. There are some 13s out there. Total 44.5 against the Tennessee Titans. And of course, the late game, Dallas -5.5, 47.5 against Minnesota. Anyone have any thoughts on any of those?
If you want the Colts, there is a book that is offering 14 still.
The Global Marketplace.
Yes.
Not interested.
I can do 2.5 on the Panthers is looking
over
at
Saints and Carolina for me.
I like that one.
I do have real quick here, just as we promo here, I do have a 5% going off on this late card here today. So anybody interested, WagerTalk.com. Please to go find that.
Touchdown for the Giants.
And of course, use that promo code Super Bowl 189 if you want a full season pass. You can get Rob Vino's late game 5% included in that package, as well as every play that he has between now and the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 189 at checkout. And guys, what do we have? Close to 5,000 of you watching us on WagerTalk TV. We have close to 250,000 subscribers to the WagerTalk YouTube channel. And the reason we have so many subscribers is we're putting out free content every single day, and it's freaking good free content every single day. Legitimately. Subscribe to the WagerTalk YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Get instant alerts every time these videos go live.
Like that touchdown pass.
Someone,
we hate that CJ Stroud over, baby.
So someone in the chat asked me if I like the Edmonton Oilers over Montreal tonight. Well, I do. The best number's gone. It was 125. It is now at 139, 140 at books. Paying 15 cents more in VIG. I wouldn't do it in that game, considering they're both on back-to-backs. So I would skip it. Better games to bet. And I'll have a couple of NHL plays up in the late games shortly after this show is done. I just have to load them.
The Chargers punting back to the Chiefs. 5 minutes left. KC -3. We've seen the Bills punt back to the Patriots. The Patriots down 4 at the 2-minute warning. No drama, Cleveland, Chicago, unless you have the total in that ball game. 31-3. There's 3.5 minutes left there. No drama for Jags, Jets. Of any pre-flop bets, Jacksonville and over have cashed. Houston, Arizona. We just saw the Texans punch another one in. That takes the drama from that game with 3 minutes left. 40-20. Texans leading the Cardinals. That game has already gone over the total. So the drama games, I guess we got Washington and the G-Men. We got the Chargers and the Chiefs. We got the Bills and the Patriots. Any other drama out there, guys?
No, but if I'm the Patriots, Eddie, for you, I would think the Bills
one score game.
just kick New England kick the field goal and just say you covered 1.5. No, it's sports gambling is rigged or sports.
I know you're down 4, but it's okay. Take the points.
Yeah, take the 3.
And I got down, I think,
DJ
a
Stroud
1.
get there, Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Nico Collins got there too.
Teddy, you always get the best number, my friend. Hey, Sean, 29-21, touchdown in a 2-point conversion, buddy. From
I'm getting 2.5 points. Even if they miss it, I'm fine. I'm plus 2.5.
Oh, you took it in game. In game, you took it.
No, I took it as that was the line last week before it flipped.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I got Seattle minus 3.5 here. I'm ahead of the move.
10 points worth.
10 point value. See if I can catch it.
There you go.
There are people saying that the Jets should try and trade for Joe Burrow, and I'm like, have you seen this man's press conferences? If he got traded to the Jets, that would be his 13th reason why.
4th down for the Patriots.
4th and 5. 4th and 5. 4th and 5.
You have all 3 timeouts. What do you do here? I kick. I punt it away.
I think you have to.
I'm going for it. My opponent has Josh Allen, and I have the Patriots defense.
Yeah, they're going for it.
Yeah.
Gotta go for it.
I don't see. When you have all 3 timeouts, I don't think you do.
Yeah, I don't think you do.
They might just draw him. They might be trying to draw him off. Nope.
1st and 10 New England, or 1st and 10 Bills.
Incomplete.
Yeah, that was a mistake, Teddy. They should have not have gone for that.
After the fact.
Well, I agreed. You said it in the beginning.
I don't know. I think your logic is your logic is you need the first down. You have all 3 timeouts. If you don't stop them, the game's over anyway. If you do stop them, they kick a field goal and you're still only down by a touchdown. If they score a touchdown, it doesn't make a difference if they scored it from their own 10 or from your 20. Like you need a 3 and out here no matter what. And the only difference is you need a touchdown to tie the game versus a touchdown to win the game. Going for it makes sense.
I would have went for it. I mean, obviously they didn't have good execution, but I think it was the right call to go for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bill Belichick would have kicked it.
You guys are allowed to be wrong.
Huh?
I said you guys are allowed to be wrong. It's okay.
Yeah. You can't win the game if you kick it away and you give up a first down. You lost the game anyway.
Sure.
And your chances of stopping them.
I know. I'm being facetious when I'm like, you guys are allowed to be wrong. Obviously, I'm wrong plenty of times.
If you get the 3 and out, they're just going to have to kick a field goal anyway. You'll get the ball back. You needed a touchdown either way.
Mark got $1 million on the Pats. It's hard to get down $1 million on a game.
No, it's hard to be good at sports betting and to get down $1 million.
If you're bad at sports betting, you get down whatever you want.
Yeah.
They haven't stopped the Bills the entire second half.
They stopped on the last drive.
They got 28 points in the second half.
I know, but the last drive when Buffalo had a chance to control the clock and take and get first downs and grind, instead New England made them punt and got the ball back.
Yeah.
And now they obviously failed on 4th, but they did stop them the one drive they had to stop them to stay in the game, they stopped them.
I guess.
Well, you need to stop. You need to stop them again here, whether they have the ball at your 20 or their 20.
Yes.
Now you got the ball at their 16.
Well,
Second
Sean already
and
knows
four.
they won the next 3 games, so
It is going to be third and about 1.5, 2 yards, 2 yards. A first down is end of the game.
as a Jets fan, I'm still holding out hope for like a Bane Dark Knight Rises situation up there.
As a Jets fan, there's no hope. You know, I grew up a Jets fan. I'm probably still a Jets fan at heart. You know, there's no hope.
There never is.
There never was.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, back in my day, it was Johnny Land Jones and Wesley Walker were the receivers that we pretended to be. You know,
Yeah, Wesley Walker.
uh,
Matt Altoon.
Nice.
it wasn't Richard Todd. It was Ken O'Brien by that point.
I remember the Mud Bowl against AJ Dewey and the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I remember lots of ugly losses against the Dolphins in one form or another. Patrick Mahomes, 4 picks over the last 2 weeks, no touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's it. He's trying. He's
First
trying
down,
right
Buffalo. Game over.
Yep.
There we go.
First
Good
down,
job,
Bills.
Garm. Never in doubt.
How about the Giants? A fumble
Listen,
recovery
but,
with 2 yards.
Oh!
Tom, you guys just need to change things up. Like if they can bring Phillip Rivers back, Joe Namath is what? How old is he now? 82?
Says he's in the best shape of his life.
Yeah, there you go. He's 82.
Yeah.
And he's been sober ever since he tried to kiss Susie Colbert.
I was at that game.
That was too much. Yeah. There you go.
What if the Bills are good?
They're in victory formation now. What could possibly go wrong here? Nothing.
Taking a knee.
That's my favorite play in football.
Taking
Greg
the knee.
Gianno's least favorite.
Holy F, you are as old as dust. Yeah, but it beats the alternative, brother. I'm either old or I'm 6 feet under. I'll take being old. You know, it'll happen to you.
I mean, really, Chicago Joe, like, listen, 35 years old, your half your life is over, bro. You're middle age at 35. It's over.
Well, that's terrifying for me to hear.
It's the truth
Yes,
of it,
think
bro.
about it, bro. You go to what, 74? It's 35.
My clock's ticking. Tick, motherfucking tick, you know?
I'm moving to Italy, so that's right there. It's going to add about 15 years to my life.
When are you moving to Italy?
There you go.
A few years, 2 or 3 years. As soon as I can get. Seriously. I'm just outside of Rome.
I thought they're giving away all these houses in all these old towns for like $1.
No. Yeah, you have to renovate the house. You have to invest in or have a business that invests in the community that you're living in. That it's a sham. The €1 thing. Yeah, you get it, but you have to do about $30,000 worth of repairs to the property, and then have a business that runs there.
Eduardo
for
says you're
5
never
to 10
moving.
years. Oh, I am 100%.
Go to Italy.
All I need is a Wi-Fi connection, and that's it.
Yeah, good luck.
That's all you need.
Apparently, it works fantastically, Carmine.
Yes, I did.
Sorry, Prez will still find a way to text you 15 times every hour.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's coming.
it'll be intercepted. It'll be intercepted at the border. His text messages.
The Carb Defense Shield.
That's it.
Now, how come all the games start at 1:25 today? There's not those 1 or 2 games that start at 1:05. You know, they usually have the early start.
Yeah, you can get that 405. You're right, yeah.
I'm curious as to why that's not the case today.
They want most people their bets to settle, Teddy, from the early game, so they can put that money back into
The
action
NFL doesn't care.
on the 425.
That is the way it used to be, I have to tell you. Yeah, run a bet to 4 o'clock.
I'm not going to win on my Kyle Monengai prop. Amazingly, Caleb Williams is going to stay on 17 receptions or completion.
This under hangs in the balance for me.
Which
For
one?
which
Two
game?
under.
For
Which one?
game? For who?
Oh, it is an under.
For who?
Cleveland and
Chicago?
Cleveland, Chicago.
That's over that game.
Oh yeah, it's over.
We
They
got
got
stacked.
Cleveland got
Done.
stopped on 4th and goal.
So
worries.
in the look ahead to all you guys now that New England has lost today to the Bills, and Baltimore is 1. And Baltimore has to win out to make the playoffs. Next week, it's New England and Baltimore in prime time.
Yes. Take the 2.5. Bro. Take
what-
it.
Didn't they move that game?
Yeah, it's the 8 o'clock game next week.
Yeah.
8 o'clock on Peacock, I think it's saying.
Look ahead. I got Baltimore 1.5, 47.5.
There you go.
You're late to the party.
Mahomes is
I got
down.
2.5 already.
That was the opener, though. That's not the current.
Yes.
Mahomes is down, clutching his knee.
Oh, yeah, they just switched
Oh,
it over
my
here.
flag.
Yeah.
Yep. That'll just about.
It's
do it.
holding on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Gardner Minshew is warming up.
Mustache man.
Mustache.
May or may not have been inspiration.
Holland Mac, it's fixed. Okay, Holland Mac, if it's fixed, where's the fix in on so we can bet it before kickoff? You got to tell me before kickoff where the fix is in, not after. So tell me what games the fix is in, please, and so I can bet them right now. Big.
That looks bad.
I love it.
It does look bad.
Mahomes got a
don't bend that way.
Mahomes is hoping like he was reading the scripts like, man, today's the day I break my leg and ruin the rest of my career. I love it. Can't wait to suit up today.
I'm more excited about the fact that Eduardo says that me moving to Italy is about the same as him moving in with Sydney Sweeney. God bless you, man. You're moving in with Sydney Sweeney.
Nice, dude.
Many good years together.
The 420 game times TV TC relax. I'm relaxed. I just like to have the one, like as these games end, I usually put on the other, as the 105 games start. I put them on, and today I'm like, where's the freaking 105 game? So I'm relaxed.
Talking about look aheads, even though the game's in Cleveland, Bills minus 9.5 against Cleveland next week. I got to think that one's going to get over 10 pretty quickly, especially after the day.
Why?
If people want to bet Josh Allen.
From a spot that we talked about how we like the Bills were max focused on this game this week. Now they're going to be road favorites more than a TD. Again, it opened 8.5. There was 8.5 and 9s out there, and now we're seeing 9.5s already.
I mean, but what are the Browns focused on? I don't know.
I mean, Sanders is terrible.
Sanders winning the job.
He's got the job, but he threw 5 interceptions today. Got sacked 12 times.
He certainly didn't win it today. Man. Oh, the Giants.
Gardner Minshew trying to lead so Minshew can do this.
Yeah.
Is now the time to bet is KC live?
It's a better story.
He's going to throw a touchdown pass here. Here we go. Kelsey already. He's going to feed Kelsey the entire way down the field.
Yeah.
I mean, the Chargers minus 2.5, minus 215. So the plus price plus 165. I feel like I should take that.
So, Tom, I have a request from your New York Jets, and it's not even for like next week. But if the Bills win in Cleveland and Ravens beat KC, then the following week, if you guys can beat New England, the Bills will take over the division lead.
Yeah, you're asking too much. Yeah, asking them to be a competent footballing organization is too much to ask, Carmine.
So what you're saying is it's a dream.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, UD, we appreciate the comment. Look at him. He loves this effing show. We do too, man. That's why we do it every single Sunday.
My guy. I know AOD.
And guys, if today's your first time watching WagerTalk TV, we appreciate you subscribing to our channel. We appreciate the comments. We appreciate the likes. We appreciate you telling your friends about the show. Come back next week. We do it every week right here on WagerTalk TV. The early games on Sundays. We'll go, again, 3.5 hours. We'll go to the last game here finishes. I don't care if I'm the only one here still, but there's obviously not much left. We got Washington, the G-men, Chargers and Chiefs, and Jets, Jags all inside 2 minutes now. In fact, the Jags walking off the field, winning 48-20.
You're right.
Minshew.
You're right about Travis Kelce. All he's doing is passing it to Travis Kelce.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, they're in field goal range right now.
Yeah.
You know, the interesting thing is, Teddy, this puts the point spread back in play if they.
Oh, it sure does. If you got the Chargers, this is your nightmare right now.
Yeah.
The Chargers.
You're hoping for. I'm hoping for a Chiefs. I'm hoping for a Chiefs touchdown here, so I can at least cover by 5.5.
Go Mets 34 Midwest loves the show, fellas. Thank you. Appreciate again, guys. Your feedback and your comments and your support for the show makes us all excited about being here. You know, I know it's a long slog on Sundays, and it's a bunch. You know, it is a sausage fest much of the time. But we love you hanging out with us, and the fact that you like the show helps us. You know, this is what we do. This is what we talk about when we're hanging out in a bar together. This is what we're hanging out. We can't hang out in a bar because we're all in different places now. So this is what we talk about when we hang out, you know, a bunch of guys who do this and have done this for years, hanging out, talking games every week. So appreciate it. AWB likes the show. Thank you. Eduardo Vilmar gives us all smiles. Loves the show, fellas. 2 tutties from Devontae. What do you guys think?
It's a lot.
Oh, neck.
No.
Yeah, no.
All right. Sounds no. The consensus is no. Technically, there was a woman on earlier. Correct. And Kelly joins the show sometimes. Joe joins the show. It's not always a sausage fest. Today's a sausage fest. So what? It is what it is. What are we going to do?
We got a Sanders lover in there. Sanders' line's hurt. Well,
If it wasn't a sausage fest, our wives probably wouldn't let us do the show.
Still waiting for the shirtless beach theme end zone stream.
Oh, it's Teddy covers glasses. That's
Yeah. It was waiting between my glasses or Jesse's wine glass.
okay.
Would pull thousands of viewers. Hey, we got 4,900 watching live right now. I got no complaints about that at all. Peter's really enjoying the video. Thank you, Peter. We appreciate
Delay of
that
game.
comment.
What
We
are we
appreciate
doing?
the support. And we've got only one game live. That's Chargers and Chiefs right now.
Gardner Minshew.
And Gardner Minshew does not make a pass that's going to be make the Chiefs fans very happy. And so is that the end of so is this? I've been reading this every week. Is this the end of the Chiefs dynasty? Yes, no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is over.
Yeah.
No vote.
The Chiefs dynasty ended in the Super Bowl last year.
So if they win again 2 or 3 years from now, does that still count?
Yeah.
If it's
If
still
they win
Travis
against 2
Kelce,
years ago, they still
is
got it.
Kelsey's going to be with
Mahomes.
Kelsey? You mean?
If Mahomes is there. Doesn't matter if anyone else is there. If Mahomes is still there and they win the Super Bowl in 2028.
Can it be a
You got
dynasty just
Mahomes
with
and
one
Indy
player?
lead it, to me.
Yeah.
You'd have to win more. It'd be
The
two
Patriots
different.
dynasty's one player.
I was gonna say, yeah, but that's like 2 different levels. He's like the first half Brady and the second half Brady.
Yeah.
In the first half, Jordan. In the second half, Jordan.
Sure.
It still all counts
could
as
be,
the same
Teddy.
dynasty.
My point is I think Mahomes wins more tight tolls plural before he's through.
More
Plural.
I mean, I
titles
think
or
he's already
more
played on the most
titles?
talented team he's ever going to play on.
I'm sorry?
I think he's already played on the most talented roster he's ever going to have.
Maybe.
I think Andy Reid retires.
Maybe. Chuck Finley, Super Bowl win every 5 years is a dynasty, kind of. But 5 Super Bowl appearances in 5 years is a dynasty.
That
Yeah,
is
that's a
crazy.
run. That
We're
run's
all
over.
final now, guys. Every game's gone final. Thank
Every
you so
game
much
is gone
for
final.
watching us. Any parting words before we want to let you go? I'm going to give you the promo code one last time. Super Bowl 189 will get you any of our plays at WagerTalk or at Picks and Parlays. Get you every if you get a season pass for the NFL, every game through the Super Bowl. Use Super Bowl 189 at checkout. We appreciate the likes. We appreciate the follows. We appreciate those of you who are subscribing to WagerTalk TV on YouTube. Nearly 250,000 of you. Become one today if you haven't done so. And thank you for watching. Anything anyone wants to say before we tell our audience goodbye for the day?
Yeah, check
I
out
am
the free
all-
picks on the YouTube channel.
There you go.
And I will say I sprinkled a little bit on the Green Bay Denver over 42.5. So that's it.
Yeah, I got a play going in about 10 minutes for this 4:25 Eastern slate, and I also got a Sunday night football play over on Picks and Parlays. And yeah, check out the YouTube channel as well. And I agree with Sean. I think somebody else. I like the over in this New Orleans Carolina game as well coming up.
Real quick, 5% blue chips still up and available for the late card here over at WagerTalk.com. Go ahead and pick that up. Check us out tomorrow morning. We're first up on Wager Talk each and every day with the college basketball show, Full Court Press, myself and Adam Trigger, going over college hoop for 1 hour between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. each and every morning, Monday through Friday, Full Court Press.
And right after you watch that, you can watch the NFL opening line report. Myself and Kelly in Vegas. We'll talk about all the opening numbers for Week 16 and give you guys a head start on where the markets are moving first thing Monday morning. So lots of great content from WagerTalk TV. We appreciate you guys very, very much. Have yourself a great betting Sunday into Monday. Good luck with all your wagers. Cheers.
Peace.
Take care, guys. Peace out.